Y'all ready? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the New York born, Las Vegas made, always getting paid, with the Usain Bolt fast, the one to beat, but good luck with that. The man who never sleeps, and neither does his podcast. The notorious, the glorious, can do everything except Boris. Has the funniest jokes. Is always woke. The podcast GOAT. The man with the plan. AKA your host, Killer Cam. Now kick back in your seat and we welcome you to the podcast that never sleeps. Killer Cam. And witness greatness.
Yeah. Doing the thing. Podcasting it up today.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast number 6. I'm your host, Killer Cam, aka Chapoy. And with me always is the funny and very knowledgeable Job Resurrector, aka Jared, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Happy to be back with y'all today. Today is going to be a good day.
Today is a good day.
Miss Michael Domino in the chat. Good to see you.
Good to see you. So if this is your first time at the podcast Never Sleeps, welcome. Happy to have you. Here we explore the new, the ancient, and the mysterious. Oh, with way too many pop culture references.
So many pop culture.
Every episode has every pop culture reference.
All of them, yeah.
So, Jared, let me ask you this.
Okay, go for it.
We're talking Conjuring Universe. We're talking movies we really like. I'm out there saying James Wan might be the greatest horror director of our time.
Yeah, for sure.
Agreed?
Yeah, because he did
Insidious
too.
as well. Yeah, those movies are fantastic.
And there's a new one of those coming out. I even like the one where it's just the old lady.
Yeah, I don't think he directed that one.
The Skeleton Key or whatever.
Yeah, he didn't direct that one, but it's good.
But he built something.
Given life, Chase Mack, what's up, fellas?
Yes, welcome. Good to have you guys. Today's a fun one.
Yeah, so Jared, you want to tell the peeps what we'll be diving into specifically?
Yes, I would love to. So as you just said, we love to dive into pop culture here.
Yeah.
We also like to dive into the mysterious and the paranormal.
Oh, yeah.
And when those two shall meet, that's where we really have a lot of fun. So today, we're going to go through the Conjuring Universe, this amazing universe of films, because there is a new one coming out. There's The Nun 2, right? But we're going to go movie by movie and talk about the real scares behind the stories and behind the films, and talk about the real stories behind the scare. I don't know how to time it right. But we will. So we're going to get into the real stories. Are these based on some actual events?
Yeah.
Some people think the Warrens were making it all up. Some people are diehards that believe they really were demonologists that could see these ghosts and that could exorcise these demons.
Some think they're underrated. Yeah.
And some of these movies are so good, and even the movies, some of them might be underrated because there are several now. So we're gonna dive into the Conjurverse, talk about the real stories behind the scares, see what you guys think about it, and then we'll kind of deliberate and decide what we think is true or fiction.
False. Good summation. I'm excited because, dude, when the first Conjuring came out, I didn't even really know who James Wan was.
I didn't know the Warrens.
Oh, that's the guy who you didn't know the Warrens. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the guy who did. Is that the guy who did Saw? I'm like,
did he do Saw?
He did do the first.
Oh yeah,
Saw.
He's the best horror director there is. Then.
Lin Whannell, the guy who was in Saw and wrote it with him.
Yes.
He's in Insidious. He's Specs.
That's cool.
Do you remember the character not Carrie Elwes, but the other one?
Specs. Yeah. One of the guys, the ghost hunters, right?
Yeah, one of the ghost hunters. But in Saw, you remember the guy who wakes up in the bathtub. Not Carrie Elwes, the other one. There's only
sucks.
First movie. There's only two characters.
I don't remember the bathtub.
There's Danny Glover. Then there's two people locked in. There's Carrie Elwes, who plays the doctor, and there's the other guy.
Oh, the first Saw where they're in the shower. Scene. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's the other guy. Anyway, he writes
What
the
a
movies.
cool
D-Live Wire, what's up, my dude? So,
Yes.
what were you up to this week? You have anything fun going on?
What's
Everything
really
crazy?
going on?
Yeah, what's really going on?
That's a good chat.
It's a good catchphrase.
We've got good chat. So this week, what happened? What's been exciting? Anything
fun?
Major?
I know there's some good stuff we're gonna save for Crash Talk.
Yeah,
there's a lot of cool, fun stuff we're talking about.
Yeah. So I don't want to jump the gun.
But you have an overall good week. You're feeling good. You're feeling hyped. I know you're stoked for this episode.
Yeah, so I actually went back and watched. If I couldn't watch the whole thing, I would watch a lot. Some major parts of these films.
But last Halloween, didn't you go through the whole thing?
Yeah, I went chronologically.
Just last year, you did.
Just last Halloween. Yeah. So yeah, my fiance and I, we went through. We mapped out chronologically how these movies are, and it's so cool the way they tie them all together. And there was enough of them out. It was just like after La Llorona had come out.
Yeah.
So we had even that. As part of the chronological rewatch, and we did
and
the whole
the audience can
universe.
See right now, even on screen. So this is chronological.
Yeah,
this is quite the work body of work here.
Yeah.
So it starts with the nun. So it goes in chronological from in the movie in universe, and then on the right you can see the release dates in another language.
Oh, good. I'm glad they made sure.
Yeah, to do it in another language.
But I do love the dates in the middle there. The real story happened in 1977.
When did it happen? When did the best of these come out? La Llorona.
Yeah.
It came out in 1973. Well, the movie came out.
Let us know in the chat. Are you a fan of these films? Which one of these scared you the most? Which one of these stories do you think is actually true, or do you think maybe some embellishment or some fiction?
Yeah.
We're gonna tell you which ones we know are true.
Cameron, how was
and how that works. So this is gonna be fun. I love these movies. I love any time that we can dive into a series of films and then relate it to real life.
That's
like
it,
my
dude.
favorite thing.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
We just did that very recently. But
what did we do that with?
Yeah, we did that with things that could happen, like Last of Us.
Those not natural disasters. It was like apocalyptic
things.
Yeah, the alien attacks.
AI.
Yep.
Aliens.
Mushrooms are already making zombies.
Last of Us,
Yeah. So
spooky stuff. Anyway, go check out episode 45.
So
it's a
D
goodie.
Livewire, that's what's really going on.
Now you know.
Mushrooms are going to kill us all.
Yeah, that's what's really going on.
We said it here today.
So my week was good.
No, I don't want to hear. No, go ahead.
Moving on.
No, I do. I want to hear.
No, you've lost out.
No, how was the week?
Nope. Moving on.
Was there anything
given life cool
scary
brother.
that happened? Oh, did I tell you the story?
Oh,
go ahead.
Yes, tell me the story.
Did I tell you?
You're more important.
Did I? And if I told it on the show already, then stop me and we can move on. Did I tell you the story about what happened to me in the kitchen with the ghostly hand?
No.
I did not tell,
When
tell
did
you
this
this
happen?
story. This just happened about a week ago.
Okay, tell me everything. Leave nothing out. Go.
So this is what happened. So I've talked before on the show about having some weird paranormal things happen around the house. Remember the ball thing I told you about, where that ball got squeezed on the baby toy when there was no one around. So I'm in the kitchen.
Did you tell the audience that?
Yeah, I did. I told the audience about this
did.
story. I don't remember what episode, but it's in there. But there's this toy that we have. It has these 3 balls so the baby can watch them, and it bounces up and down. And it's just sitting there completely still in the corner of the room. And one of the balls has a unique sound it makes when it squeezes, and it squeezed on its own behind me with no one else in the room. Nothing could make it happen. You have to actually put some effort to squeeze it and make the noise. The noise is very distinct. I knew exactly what it was when it happened. I turned around, and the thing that the ball was sitting on was bouncing when I looked at it.
Creepsville,
no one else in the room. So the other day, I'm making my son. I'm heating him up some milk for this cereal that I make.
Milk of the
fruit
pulpy.
cereal. It's really good. He loves it. So I'm waiting for the milk to heat up, and I'm sitting there in the kitchen, and I turn towards the sink, and I feel a hand on my shoulder.
Oh,
the weight,
fucking nope.
Hold on. It gets worse.
Nope.
The weight of a hand, the fingers, the palm, I feel an actual hand on my right shoulder.
My nightmare.
And a squeeze. And when that happens, my entire right arm and right side of my body went numb for half a second. And I almost fell to my knees. No joke. I go, what? And I was like, oh my God, am I having a stroke? Am I dying?
Yeah.
Because of course, the first thing I'm going to be like, is it a health thing?
Yeah.
But the fact that I thought someone grabbed me first, that's what I focused on after. I was like, wait, what just happened? I was alone in the house. The baby's playing in the playpen. I'm making him food. There's no one behind me, obviously. And there was a hand, the weight of a hand.
It was just you and the child.
Just me alone in the kitchen. And I felt the squeeze. I even felt the fingers, like the hand itself. And all of a sudden,
where was
this
Jack?
whole side just playing in his playpen in the next room, in the living room in front of me.
You didn't give him stilts? to grab you?
No
or anything?
stills. I didn't give him one of
Okay.
those claws where you could squeeze.
You didn't give him.
No.
You know that.
No, I normally would give it to him, but in this
He
one
always has
case,
it, yeah.
I didn't give it to him. No, but how weird is that? That I felt like what felt like a squeeze, but it made my whole right side of my body almost give out.
It's not weird. It's my nightmare.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. It scared the
Dude,
heck out of me.
I will tell you this for my week.
Still gives me chills.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Even so, I've been watching some of the Conjuring movies. Right.
Yeah.
I tried to watch The Nun. It's really not good.
The Nun is so fun. Let's get into it. Yeah.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Okay.
But
We'll get into it.
Let me say first. I want to read the chat, but then I do want to say
Yeah.
I tried to get into it. I did get to a point where I was watching The Conjuring, and it was where you're sitting and you're watching, and you're like, there isn't anything behind me. I know there's not, but I have to look just in case.
That's scary.
Okay, there's
dude.
nothing behind me.
Do you believe that?
I was waiting for in my closet to open or to hear this.
I'm always waiting for that.
waiting for that.
Yeah, like
You're
when I'm in
always waiting for
yes,
that?
when I'm like when I'm putting my son to sleep and it's completely dark and I'm rocking him and it's that baby. Dun,
Oh,
dun,
fuck
dun,
that. Ugh.
Right? And I'm in
Yeah.
pitch black darkness and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to close his closet all the way, like it's just cracked.
So it's just someone
and I'm
staring
just
at you.
in the
yeah.
dark rocking and I'm like
You're just waiting for an
a
eyeball
face
to peek
come,
out. Yeah,
to come
100%,
through. Oh,
100%.
dude, yeah, it never happens.
Yeah.
But
You just get grabbed on the arm in the kitchen.
do you believe that your consciousness could actually
manifest that for sure.
manifest something
sure.
like that to happen when
sure.
you're watching a scary movie?
For sure.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we can affect the physical environment around us, and if your emotions are high enough and you really are in there in that mindset, you
Yeah.
can make some weird things happen. I think.
So Chase asked, the apocalypse, what's your go-to weapon?
Just stop it, Jared. You're scaring my dog. Okay.
Who said this?
Duh, D Livewire.
That's great.
All right. Well, go-to weapon and he said zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Oh.
An apocalypse.
Oh, that's different. Yeah, zombie apocalypse would
What's
be a different
your number
weapon.
one apocalypse weapon? So start with that, then go to zombie.
So
if
number
they're
one
different.
apocalypse weapon. So okay, if we're gonna go
Asteroid
guns-
hit the world.
Oh,
No power, no water.
right. So I really like
fucked.
an M4 223-556 because there's so many
Carbine
rounds.
with a mounted.
Yeah, with all the goods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just watched Phone Booth by the way.
great movie.
Great fucking movie.
Yeah. So if I'm
What
gonna
kind of device?
if you have time-
Kiefer Sutherland has the greatest voice. Just real quick.
Yeah.
What kind of device has a telescopic lens on top of it that mounts
Oh,
on
yeah,
top
yeah,
of it?
yeah, he does the
so
whole thing,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, he's so fucking.
An
good.
ACOG. I love
Yeah,
the
right.
ACOG. It's so beautiful. So I love an M4.
Jared loves a good
If it's
COG.
right, like post-apocalypse, where there's still ammunition around, like because after a while there's going to be no ammunition in the whole world. It'll be all used up.
No. So this is day 2. brother.
Okay, good. So if we're talking about right after an apocalypse, I would love a nice M4 5.56 223 because
you
there's
have
a
that?
lot of rounds. No, I don't have.
Okay,
one.
so
I
this
need
is
one.
dream.
Oh yeah. I'm
Okay.
thinking of what would I want.
Okay.
So if I could only have one, that
Yeah.
would be it. I like that it's close quarters, but you can also get range out of it. You could use it for hunting.
check it out.
Self-defense. Yeah.
You're at a shopping center.
Okay.
There's a big Bass Pro Shop.
Yep.
There's
Oh,
a
Bass Pro Shop.
There's a Walmart, right?
That's
You
my
hear,
first place.
Apocalypse and impending doom. What do you
Bass
grab? What
Pro.
do you grab?
Like all the things I grab.
If you're in a shopping
Yeah.
center, so you have opportunity.
Yeah, it would be as much
Hurry.
ammunition, canned food,
Gasoline.
and water as possible. I would get
I'd grab a grip of gasoline.
rifles, shotguns, pistols, but it would
Can't
be
you?
tons.
What can you
Gasoline's
carry?
nice.
What can you carry?
Oh, shopping cart, you said. So it would be,
Yeah.
I'd pistol it, I'd sling a shotgun and a rifle because you need a hunting rifle of some kind.
and then
M4,
they're like,
but for-
"Sir, you have to pay for that at checkout."
Yeah, like, yeah, no, it's the apocalypse.
How about this?
Money
Yeah.
doesn't matter anymore. But you would need tons of ammunition. If they
Yeah.
even had a press so you can reload your own ammo.
shit.
All that
Ideal,
stuff,
yeah.
that would be great. But yeah, so you need a ton of water, a ton of canned food, things that can last a
But
long
weaponry,
time.
what are we talking?
Weaponry, yeah, definitely M4. It's going to be a pistol that can hold a lot of rounds. So
Yeah.
I like a good, like a
9mm.
double stack SIG. Yeah, 9mm is great because you can find those rounds
Yeah,
everywhere.
everywhere.
Now, if it's a zombie apocalypse, I'm
Yeah.
going a 22 M4, because there's so much ammo and it's so light. And it's all about headshots with the 22. You get a lot of rounds down range with it.
Yeah.
You don't need,
But they're small.
That's okay. Yes,
Could you
can.
penetrate and
Oh, yeah.
destroy the head?
Yep, and because the magazines can
brain.
hold so many rounds, and then you can it's just such a lightweight round.
Yeah.
I would load up on 22 long rifle and a 22 M4. That would be the ultimate zombie rifle. But if it's just an apocalypse
So
where you have to worry about
zombie.
everything,
Let's say so. You
just
did
zombie,
that.
I'm
So
going 22 M4.
22 and an M4
No, 22 caliber M4.
and a 22 pistol. You said.
No, the pistol I would just do 9mm for self-defense. Like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of pistol?
Always Sig Sauer.
6 hour 9
Every time.
9mm.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'd keep my Sig 9mm.
Yeah.
The one I have.
The gun you have is
The
perfect.
PT29 Elysian edition.
the 229 is
it's
the best gun
fucking
ever
perfect.
made.
I agree. Best pistol ever made for sure.
Best gun ever made, I think.
And it's my favorite gun. I love it. And
Yeah.
it fits so perfectly in my hands. It's like it was made for me. Anyway,
Yeah, it's a good
I
gun.
would take the gun I already have.
Yeah.
And what would be nice? Yeah, an M4 carbine for sure would be sick.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to have one of those. It's because it is. You literally can use it
And
for
then-
hunting, self-defense, close quarters.
And then, like my boy Given Life said, a machete. You gotta have a machete.
Yeah,
Come
so
on,
that's the other thing.
slicing
If
heads.
it's
a
deep in an
katana, dude.
apocalypse-
Talk about a katana.
No, what? Not a katana would be crazy.
Katana would be dope.
Yeah, but what is those curved machetes? They start with a K.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember what it's
Karambit?
called.
No,
Not
no,
a
that's
karambit. That's the little ones. Yeah. But Chase, I'd love to know what your apocalypse.
Yeah,
anyone in
what's the
the chat
chat
wants
saying?
To,
What's the chat
wants to
saying? I
tell
can't
us.
read.
So we've got Stop It, Jared. You're scaring my dog with my
Yeah,
story
that's
about
funny.
the hand. And I'm not BSing that story. I don't know what
No,
it
no,
is.
I believe it.
Hopefully, it's not a health condition, but
Yeah,
it felt
I'm
like
sorry.
a hand.
A hand condition.
So where does Cameron get all those cool T-shirts?
Who said
that's
that?
a good one. I have D Livewire, and then we've got Miss Domino with. I have not seen any of these movies in the Conjuring verse.
Oh, who said this?
Domino,
of
yeah,
course.
Princess.
Yeah, I have to return some.
That is a
videotapes.
travesty. You are about to get
This is my favorite shirt.
shit scared out of you because we're going to show some clips from some of these movies and tell the true stories behind these incidents.
D
These
Live
are
said,
scary.
"Where does he get all those cool toys?"
Get me those wonderful toys.
Yeah. So we're starting with
Yeah, so given live machete for sure. You gotta have a machete for
machete.
the apocalypse. If
Yeah.
you're deep in the apocalypse, no ammo and everything, you're gonna wish you had that machete.
Lore. That's Lore's web.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So all right. So The Nun. It's the first movie,
Yes.
right?
So we're going Conjurverse. We're diving in now. Boom.
So we're going in.
Yeah.
So The Nun, first movie. So explain a little bit about The Nun.
Dude, The Nun is so what a great and it came out several movies in, right? But
Yeah.
chronologically, it takes place first. I think it says up here 1950s. Yeah, so 1952. The general story is there is
And we have clips, lest we forget.
Yeah, there's a church, a rectory in the middle of nowhere. It used to be a war fort that
wart.
was turned into a church, and it's a convent with just nuns and
No men.
something. Nobody's hearing anything from this church in a while. There's no correspondence.
So they send someone out.
They don't know what's going on over there, but they're hearing stories of weird happenings from the locals, and nobody wants to go near it. There's one guy who delivers supplies up there every so often, so they send in
Is he a young strapping man?
Of course, he's like this handsome guy. So they send in this girl who she hasn't taken her vows yet. She's going to become a nun. They send her in with an actual priest to go investigate what's happened and do they need help? What's going on here? Is there any truth to the stories that something strange is going on? And when they show up to the church, and this is no spoiler or anything, it's just the intro of the movie. One of the nuns is trigger warning, trigger alert. One of the nuns is just dangling
Spoiler
in
alert
front.
or trigger
no,
warning?
trigger warning.
Okay.
One of the nuns is just dangling in front of the church.
Oh, she killed herself. Okay.
Yeah, I was trying not to say. I don't know. Some things
she
can't really say.
She unlived
yeah,
herself.
exactly. Self-deletion.
She self-deleted.
Right in front of the church, and no one's moved her or done anything about it. So obviously something's going on here. And it is one of the most terrifying films of all time. If you've seen the Conjuring films, there's that evil nun from The Conjuring 2.
Yeah.
And she is the villain of this movie, The Nun. That to me is one of the most terrifying things that has ever been created for film, as far as horror goes.
Oh no!
That nun.
In The Conjuring 2, she was great. He was great. It was great.
But the story. So
nun,
let's
yeah.
show the clip. The clip shows kind of why this place has become such this demonic haunted hell house.
Demonville.
Yeah, it is based on a true story or on true stories, and we'll get into that in a minute. So let's show a little bit of this.
Do we have a TS on this bid boy?
2 minutes 40 seconds.
There we are. Oh, to produce and
Right
be a
here.
personality.
Right here is good.
It's so much fun. So much fun.
Church claimed the castle for their own, and our perpetual praying began to secure the abbey and contain the evil. For centuries it worked.
That's what it looks like. Look at this place.
Okay. And this is in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, literally the middle of nowhere, and they have to. The nuns have to continuously pray all day and all night in shifts to contain the evil that's inside of there. Nobody on the outside really knew that this is what they've been doing or what they've had to do. In World War II, there was a bombing that ended up releasing some evil into this building, and so the nuns took it upon themselves to trap it within the walls. And then the only way to do that is to just continuously pray all day, all night.
Oh, Jesus.
Can you play any more of it?
And
Yeah, so
evil
that's what it
was
looks
kept at
like.
bay until the bombs of war shook the abbey. And evil found another way to open the gateway.
Oh.
And so that's the
yeah,
girl
that is Fermiga's little sister.
Is it really in real life? Yeah. Wow, that's so crazy because she looks just like her. Yeah, so she's the main character here. What's really creepy about this film is you don't know who's a ghost and who isn't, who's a demon and who isn't.
Yeah,
and because
that's
they're
fun.
all nuns, the evil nun could be any of these nuns. Like you just see a nun walking by, you could be like, "Oh, that's just
hey,
sister
yeah,
so and so."
Sister
No, it's
Blue.
not. It is the nun. So
it is blah.
the real place is called Borley Church. It's a church in London. And where the story actually comes from is in this church, apparently you can see a lone nun wandering around the property and she'll just disappear.
Oh, fun, yeah.
And so there is a ghost nun in this rectory, and it looks, and I think that's what they base this whole thing off of. So this story isn't true; it's not based on a true story, but it
Yeah.
is based loosely on true events.
And they
An
just sort of
abbey
tie
that's
it
haunted
together
by
and-
a nun. So I got a picture.
And
if
they
you
tie
want
it
to show.
together with Valak and
Yeah, I
the
love how they
Conjuring
tie
2
it into
villains.
Conjuring
So
2.
good.
Yeah.
So good. Love the Conjuring
So there is
2.
some reality here.
Let's get some love for the Conjuring 2.
Go to Borley Church in London if you guys want to check it out, and wait for the nun. If you can get it on camera, send us that picture. I would love to see.
right.
I would love to see this. And I'm sure online there's 1,000 fake videos of this nun walking around.
This one?
Yeah, that's it. That's what it really looks like. So we saw that crazy castle in the movie, but this is the real. This is what it's based on. Is Borley Church here?
The real Borley
Doesn't it look
Church.
nice? It looks
It
pleasant.
looks very. I was gonna
I
say
think
it looks pleasant.
yeah.
It looks delightful. I'd love to stay there for a weekend. if
never.
it had
I would never
rooms.
stay there. No.
No, I'm saying like there's no history. There's no evil nuns that want to rip my skull off.
Would
or
you
anything.
do a ghost hunt there?
Fucking A, dude.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
in a heartbeat.
I
my
think
guy.
that'd be worth doing.
You would do it?
Yeah, there.
Really?
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
wouldn't
wow.
stay there just to stay there. Like you'd have to do the ghost hunt.
Well, yeah.
Oof. Yeah. So some people are fans of this movie. Given Life says this. He
It's
thinks
a
it's a
good
good movie. It really is. It's just scares around every corner. There's the moment where the nun's shadow just walks across the walls.
Yeah.
And then goes like inside of the shadows, and then just kind of
That's from The Conjuring 2.
That's where it comes from, but it's
Yeah.
in the nun, and this takes place first. So, but yeah, they took it from
came
there. Right.
out after Conjuring 2.
Which
so that's praise on Conjuring 2. And
Do you
James
have
Wan.
that scene? Hopefully. No. Oh, we should play that scene when we get to that film.
No, I didn't pull anything from any of the actual films because those DMCA's so
I know,
quick.
but you could
It
just play
sucks,
those
man.
2-3 seconds. That's the best.
I even
moment.
found it, and without the buildup, I swear to God, I was even going to put it. Without the buildup, it's not even cool. You just see, it's
Yeah.
like not fun. So you need the buildup of the whole circling the room. I was going to put it, but I didn't. Anyway, moving on.
Haunted church. So, what do you think about that? Before we move on from the nun,
Yeah.
what do you think about the idea of a church that is haunted?
So that's always the crazy thing, right?
'Cause there's
Is
supposedly
you
a
have
lot of
this
them.
place of worship and,
Right.
and love and God, and that's supposed to combat evil and demons and shit, right?
Right.
So why are all these churches haunted? It's a way for like evil or demons or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, that's
to be like ha 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 ha. Because I've seen ghost hunts
Yeah,
online
in
that
churches?
look pretty
Oh,
legit.
oof.
Just Brit, what up? That look pretty legit. That are like
Nice golf place.
terrifying videos where crazy
dude,
stuff
yeah.
happens.
There's some good ones that are like aren't fake. There's,
Yeah.
where the guy's like giving a
Seemingly not
sermon
fake.
and you see like a What looks to
Yeah,
be,
that's creepy.
walking
Yeah, I've
by
seen that
the
one.
Grim Reaper.
But I'm talking abandoned churches.
Those
so I've
types
seen
of-
a few ones. So honestly, dude, the scariest videos I've ever seen. A lot of them, because he goes and visits abandoned churches and cemeteries and stuff.
Yeah.
This guy, Franco TV.
Okay. I've heard of that channel,
and
yeah.
He's great, dude. And there's this one, and I swear this is how I believe demons or like evil looks. I'm dead serious.
Like the Grim Reaper?
Whatever you want to call it, like a ghost. This is what I believe
Do
it
you
looks
know
like.
where it is that he goes of where what you're thinking of?
No, it's where he is in this. It's somewhere in the south. I can't remember. But anyway, so he goes.
Because I might be able to find you a short real quick if you want to watch it.
Possibly. But so he goes and it's he's like going through and this whole village is like abandoned. And he's going through.
Louise.
Yeah, so he's going through this village and he's filming stuff. He thinks he sees something in the window. Anyway, he goes and he's walking by this church.
Yeah.
And he thinks he sees something in the corner of his eye in this window. So he turns and looks. And he's like, oh, I guess nobody was there. I thought I saw someone there. So he runs in the church, goes, looks around. It's just a big square. There's no rooms or anything. It's just a giant square.
Okay.
And there's nothing there. You go back and you watch the footage. And it's this like black cloak. And it's almost shiny.
Okay, we need to find this somehow.
And it's like a black
if
cloak
I knew
and
how
it's
to find
terrifying.
it. Under the Borley Church, I'm going to put this up there, and maybe this is the one. Let's see if we can find it. Let's just throw it up there. Here, I'll put it on the right next to the Borley Church picture. I put a link to a short. Maybe this is it. If it's not, who cares? It might be scary. Let's watch it. Let's freaking watch it.
You realize how much work this is, right?
Oh, it is? It's not something fast and easy?
No, it's not. So
Is this the right one?
I don't know. You tell me. That's the first thing we can go off. No, this isn't what I'm talking about.
This is where we.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Okay, then never mind. It'd be cool if I found it because I was like, I want to see this. Oh, yeah, this is scary, though.
Oh, shit. Wait.
Is this it?
Well, no, it's when he's outside. I wish I could show the audience this in an easy way.
We can,
So,
if you wanna take the
it's a
extra.
whole thing. No, this isn't it.
Oh, okay.
It
Darn.
looks similar, though. It's a square like this, but no.
There,
It's
oh, never mind.
when he starts from the outside and he looks in, it's creeps.
And it looks like it's in a shroud.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, that's crazy. Cool. Yeah, so we'll do it. We'll find it for Crash Talk.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
yeah,
sorry, guys.
Big fan of the Nun. I think the Nun is one of the scariest characters ever. I was at a haunted house once where they had the Nun. They did
Valak is
yeah,
one of the scariest characters.
That's
yeah.
I don't even like saying the name, but yes, that's who the Nun is. Yeah, it's Valak. And they had the picture right with the nun in it. And as we walked by, and I was with Jess,
It
and it ran out at her, and I was like, oh, like she was so terrified.
Oh, yeah, that's true
I've
horror.
never seen somebody so scared in my life. It
Yeah,
was the
the worst.
greatest though.
That's evil.
Yeah. And then there was the Insidious one. You know, the mom, the crazy looking mom with all the makeup and stuff. She was there.
Oh,
She goes,
the
yeah,
woman played as
yeah,
by a man, yeah.
that jumped out at her too. Like everything was just going after her. It was
The bride.
The bride. Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. So, what do we say overall? What are we thinking of?
So the story is loosely based on something that's really not that terrifying, but the film itself, I think, is as horror goes, a masterpiece. I can't wait for the second one.
That's
I
so
love it.
crazy
I
you
think it
just called
scares the heck out
The
of me.
Nun, a masterpiece.
In horror, yes.
Okay.
What do you
Moving
think?
on to Annabelle. I think I couldn't even watch the movie. It was
You didn't
so
like
bad.
it, huh?
But I like the idea
No
of
scares?
Valak and that nun. And I think they could have made a great movie. You don't need to do a solo movie about fucking the character from.
But now we know how she gets out and why she exists and her whole backstory.
it's a demon. I assumed he just hopped.
No,
she
it
hopped
was
into
a
villain,
so it was a
into
rogue
nun.
priest who was doing a
I get it.
satanic
I get it.
stuff in the basement
I got
until
it.
he actually opened a portal to hell, and then it got sealed up by the nuns.
Yeah.
And then once the bombs
It was
dropped and
released,
opened the
yeah.
crack, and she
It's
comes
cool.
back.
I like that they-
and her only way out is to possess a
The
body.
war is in there.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they keep it underground, and then I like the idea. Yeah. Execution leaves a lot to be desired. Anyway, what's
Okay.
that chat saying?
So yeah, Jessica says, I want to go on a ghost hunt. Heck yeah. D Livewire says, That's what makes it so scary. Evil in God's house. Exactly.
Yeah, see, that's the creep.
That is haunting.
That's why. Yeah, I wish I could find. I'll find this video. I'll get it for you guys.
Yeah.
But no, man, it's so creepy. And every video I've seen where I believe it,
Yeah.
it's always this shrouded. It's a black cloak, like from head to toe.
Yeah.
Someone wearing like a black cloak. It's always where I swear, like that's what evil looks
Do you
like.
think we created evil to look like that, just collectively, because of the
No, I
Grim
don't think that's how it
Reaper
works.
and because
I don't
of
think that's how it works.
druids and satanic worship and how they
No.
always wear the hoods
No.
and that's
I don't think there's
why,
like a collective like, oh, we think this is how aliens will look. So
that's how they look.
big-headed little bodies.
No, so you think they have their own sentience and they dress in cloaks? Evil.
I think maybe the opposite. Maybe they know that
We're
that's what
scared of it?
we
That's a
perceive.
cool idea too.
So they fucking
They're
adopt
like,
that
these
appearance.
guys are so scared of
Yeah.
this. Let's put on a hood.
The Grim Reaper, they think. But which came first, the chicken and the egg, right? Which came
Right.
first?
That's why I
somebody
asked.
saw that,
Yeah.
and so drew the Grim Reaper
Yeah.
as a shrouded figure.
Exactly.
And then so which came first?
That's
Who knows?
why that's why I asked.
Curious.
Who knows? Did
Yeah.
we make that evil look that way, or does evil look that way
Does evil just
because
fucking look
it
that way?
knows we are scared of it?
Yeah. So, and then next is Annabelle. So
Oh,
Annabelle Creation,
This deserves
that's a fun movie.
Some time. Yeah.
So I could
let's
talk about Annabelle Creation for a quick second, then we could talk about Annabelle because
Yeah.
there's a lot there.
Oh, yeah.
So first, Annabelle Creation. So it's a cool movie about how Annabelle was actually created.
Yeah,
so this
why not a
this guy,
backstory
yeah,
for
I'll
Annabelle?
just
She's
give
like
her-
the star of the Conjurverse.
yeah, seriously.
If there's a star,
dude.
yeah.
Having that be the fucking opening to introduce the Warrens and everything, opening
I
of
know.
Conjuring 1,
So cool.
genius.
Yeah.
And it's its own little vignette. It's its own little movie
Yeah.
within a movie. It's brilliant.
And they made the doll look fucking terrifying, because we know the actual doll is Raggedy Ann.
Somebody I saw online said that the Raggedy Ann doll's scarier than the Annabelle.
Raggedy Ann's a scary doll.
I disagree.
If
I agree with
stare at
you.
it long
I think
enough-
the Annabelle doll that they made for the movies
yeah, it's way more
terrifying,
horrifying. Yeah.
dude. Because Raggedy Ann's not scary to me. Any kid who's had a sister, any
Yeah,
girl
grew
who
up
grew
with
up in the
one.
80s and 90s knows what fucking Raggedy Ann
We
looks
had
like.
one at the house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why, it's not scary.
Yeah.
You asked for one for Christmas, I remember.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah. this year.
Yeah, I
still haven't
got
gotten
I
it.
got my daughter an Annabelle. She went as Annabelle for Halloween one year.
She's crazy.
Best Annabelle outfit ever. She did it perfectly, right? Her mom helped her build it, custom dressed and makeup, and she looked just like Annabelle. I got her the Annabelle toy for her birthday, and I was like, "Oh, she's gonna love this." She goes,
Yeah.
"I don't want this in my room."
Yeah, what are you,
She's like, "Put it
stupid?"
somewhere. Put it in the garage."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh,
Throw it out,
I
idiot."
thought you would love this." 'Cause
Yeah.
She's like, "No, just because I dressed up as her for Halloween, I don't want it in my. I don't want to see it." When I
Have
go
you
to
not
bed."
seen the movie,
Yeah,
Dad? Yeah.
So that was a miss. As far as gifts go,
Funny. What's Chase popping off about?
100%, Jared. There's evil in all of us. Some a lot more than others, and
Yeah.
it manifests into physical form from another realm or dimension. Our brains. So he's going deep here. Our brains are this jiggly tissue that is literally that makes us up. Is what he's trying to say. Our
Yeah.
personality, our reality, and everything is just a pound of tissue
Synapses.
jiggling around in your head. Yeah.
No, it's this pound of fat
Yeah.
with synapses firing off.
Which acts as an antenna, a sender, and a
It's
receiver.
everything. Yeah, it's
Which
crazy.
is crazy.
It's crazy. It's nuts.
like people that have sleep paralysis and picture demons or the Hat Man seen all over the globe without even people knowing that it was a thing. Like other people didn't know other people were seeing the Hat Man.
One of our viewers called in about the Hat Man, remember?
Yeah.
On that ghost episode we did.
that was cool.
Go watch it. So, Annabelle Creation. So basically, this guy, he's a toy maker, right? And his daughter, she goes to grab a toy that fell into the middle of the road.
No.
She gets hit by a car and dies. So he makes this toy, and basically they think that the daughter is possessing the toy.
Right.
But is it the daughter possessing the toy?
Yeah. Demons, have a way of trying to trick you.
But yeah, so he basically has a school for like a foster home for girls, and the movie's pretty creepy. I actually like Annabelle Creation.
Okay. So that's one of the ones you do like.
I do like Creation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
creepy. I like it in I like backstory. It's a cool character.
Yep.
I like knowing how
The mom's
the doll
creepy.
came about.
Yeah, yeah. I like
it
all the
just gets
acting. The
passed
kids are
around.
great in it.
Yeah.
The acting's stellar.
It's a scary movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it's a lot of fun, and I like all the acting in it, all the characters. It's good. There's some good scares, some good spooks. Anyway, Annabelle creation, cool movie. Next, Annabelle. Let's actually dive into the Annabelle movie.
She deserves some attention.
She deserves some attention. Look at that face, guys. Look at that
freaking
face.
scary face.
So Annabelle, this is how our sweet dear. This is how our sweet dear Annabelle looks.
The real one.
The real one.
Ugh. Yeah, that scares me. Those big eyes that look like they follow you.
Yeah, I know, right? Look at our scary little Annabelle here.
I love the sign. Positively do not open.
Yep.
They built this out of the glass from a church.
Yeah,
Church
brilliant.
window glass.
Brilliant.
Which, jeez. I love that. Hey, don't we still have that glass from that church? Yeah.
Let's use that. Yeah. To safe house.
Yeah, you've
this
been having us take it from
raggedy
house to house. You won't get rid of it. Garage to garage. Just this church glass, and finally do something.
Yeah,
with it.
finally.
I've
we
been
can
telling
use
you
it
to
for
get
something.
rid of this church glass
For years.
No,
yeah.
now I can build a box with it, babe.
Positively do not open.
Yeah.
So, Annabelle.
I don't have
So
looking.
she was gifted to a young lady named Donna by her mother for her birthday, right? In 1970. And immediately they knew something was off, right?
Yeah.
So she lived with her roommate. It's Donna and Angie, something like that. Let's see. I wrote it down here because I take notes. Anyway, Donna Anyway, she's trying to become a nurse, and Donna gets this Raggedy Ann doll from her mama for her birthday. And then at first they would notice little things like it would slightly move, right? It would look just, that's odd, right?
Oh, that's weird.
Just enough to notice. And then Donna and her Angie is her name.
Okay.
And her roommate Angie, she would find the doll in different rooms.
That's
Yeah, and
Come on.
they'd find the doll with her legs folded, her legs crossed and her arms folded. Sometimes they would find the doll standing straight up,
what?
defying gravity
They can't
itself.
stand. Yeah. Raggedy Ann
If you
dolls
don't know,
stand.
even if you look in the picture, the Raggedy Ann doll, they're just made. They have cotton inside of them.
Yeah.
There's nothing to hold them up. There's no plastic parts.
Oh, that's
There's nothing to hold them
creepy,
up.
dude.
So over the next month, they'd find notes, mostly saying "Help us, help us." Yeah, and it was in children's handwriting. The creepiest part is these notes were made out of a paper stock that was not found in the house.
Oh,
They could not find on anywhere this paper stock.
that's
They
freaking
opened every
weird.
book.
This is the real story, not
This
the
is
movie
true
story.
story.
Oh my god.
And yeah, they touch on this in the beginning of the movie. I didn't see the Annabelle movie, but
Yeah.
I did see the. And I'm sure they recreate most of this. I
They
did
do,
see
yeah.
the beginning Conjuring though, where they talk about it. But yeah, this is the true story. So so yeah, they weren't able to find that paper stock, which makes it so much crazier.
Mm-hmm.
So one night, the doll moved back, and it was on her bed, and it was in a different place, and it was on her bed, and something felt different this time. So she's walking towards it. She feels this whole sense of dread.
Yeah.
And she goes and she picks it up, and it's covered in blood.
What?
Don't know where the blood came from. There's no puncture wounds in the doll or anything.
Yeah.
Even that she's just covered in blood. And they'd search the house for anything about a dead animal, anything. No blood anywhere except on Annabelle.
That's weird.
I know, right?
Okay.
So yeah, they had no idea where the blood came from. So
don't
she
like this.
she immediately contacted a medium.
Yeah.
She's like, "Yo, something's up." The medium comes in. She's like, "Oh yes, it's a little girl. Her name is Annabelle Higgins."
Okay.
And
So that's where the name comes from.
Yes, and the spirit, the medium says the spirit's claiming that she lived here long before these apartments that you live in were ever built, and she also said that she likes being around Angie and Donna, likes being around you guys, and so she wants to stay here and be loved by you guys, and so Angie and Donna granted permission for the doll to
Yeah, you're
stick
never.
around.
So that's one of the rules, right? Is you're never supposed to
grant them permission to stay.
or even acknowledge their presence.
Yeah. They did all of the above. Yeah.
Oh, stupid.
So one night, a friend of Donna and Angie's came by, Lou. And Lou's seen Annabelle before. He
Yeah.
didn't like her from jump. He's like,
Yeah.
this little
Something
bitch,
weird with this doll.
something's up. I don't like it.
And it was a common
Okay?
doll back then, so to just have a weird feeling towards one specific doll is
Yeah.
Interesting.
Jiggly brain. Love it.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm going to use that. Anyway, jiggly brains. No. So he told his roommates, hey, this shit's evil. There's something wrong with this little fucking doll, by the way. And so they're like, okay, Lou.
Yeah.
That's how they said it too.
Yeah.
Okay, Lou.
Well,
you
we
big
found
dummy.
it with blood all over it,
Yeah.
but we're still not
But what do you
convinced.
know? Yeah. And a medium told us that a spirit of a little girl possesses it. But what do
Yeah.
you know?
It's just our friend now.
Lou. Yeah. And so he goes in the guest room and he passes out, right? He wakes up in this cold sweat, freaking out, like can't move, paralyzed. Wakes up just paralyzed, freaking out, like, oh shit, why can't I move? And he looks around the room and he's just freaking out. And then he sees Annabelle on his foot. Starts crawling up his leg.
What?
Yeah. While he's
He
asleep.
witnessed it moving?
Can't move. And he's frozen. And just watching this doll crawl up his body.
Oh, dude, this is like,
Crawled up
sleep
his
paralysis type
chest
stuff.
and started strangling him, which is very sleep paralysis-esque, right?
Yeah.
Starts strangling him. And he's dying, right? And then he passes out.
What?
Next thing he knows, he wakes up in the morning. He's like, that wasn't a dream. I got fucking choked out by that goddamn doll.
Dude, what?
I know. So
now what do you do?
yeah, exactly.
It's obviously not a
He
friendly
was
little
paralyzed.
girl.
He had no way to fight back. Yeah, exactly. So the next morning, he was sure it wasn't a dream. And he told Angie, he's like, hey, this thing's a mess.
Yeah, it tried to kill me in my sleep. Okay, Lou.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while they're having this conversation, it's Lou and Angie alone in the apartment. They hear a noise coming from Donna's room. And they see Annabelle just tossed in the corner. And they look for an intruder because they heard the noises, right? So they look for an intruder, and Lou goes, and he feels like somebody's behind him. And when he turns around, there's nobody there.
Dude, this freaking doll is
But,
ridiculous.
yeah, when he turned around, nobody there.
Yeah.
But then he feels this piercing pain hit his chest, and he just saw blood start to soak his shirt.
What?
Yeah, this is all real.
Holy
recorded.
crap. This is nuts.
And he said it was 7 deep slashes, gushing blood.
7.
And yeah,
Oh,
7.
What has 7 fingers?
7 deadly sins. Yeah, so they were deep and gushing blood, right? He was freaking out. He said,
As someone would.
oh, yeah. No, so Felicity said, love the shirt. Yeah, from American Psycho.
Yeah.
I have to return some videotapes. So,
Yeah.
these 7 deep gashes that were bleeding heavily healed in 2 days somehow.
Whoa, dude.
Freaky shit. So what did Donna and Angie do? They called the Warrens,
Yeah.
baby.
This is the time.
Yeah, it's past time.
Time to get demonologists involved.
Yeah.
What a crazy job.
So they hit up the Warrens.
Yeah.
The Warrens are like, they believed this is possessed by an inhuman spirit. They're like, what's an inhuman spirit? Because
Right.
they're dumb. No, they're like, what's an inhuman spirit? And he's like, it's something not from this earth that's never walked on this earth.
Right.
It's something demonic.
A demon.
Right? And Lorraine says, yeah, it's not some little girl looking to inhabit a doll. They don't possess dolls and inanimate objects.
No,
they want to possess a person.
people.
That's what they do, is possess people. And so she said she's looking for a human host.
So it's probably
looking
Lou.
for you.
Probably Lou was the next on the list.
I think Dawn. I think Annabelle was trying to get Lou out of the equation. Get out of here,
so
so
he-
he could.
Now
so it
it's
could possess
just the
Donna.
two of us,
yeah.
Donna.
Yeah.
Oh, this is freaking insane.
Yeah. So Lorraine believed it. It went in for a few more. Oh, they said Lorraine believed that if they stayed for like a few more weeks, they all would have been dead. Like
Oh
this
my
thing would have
gosh.
fucking killed them. Yeah. So the Warrens wanted to make sure the doll never hurt anyone again. Hence, they brought it home and put it in.
Wow, dude. No
This
wonder.
box.
Okay, so now the whole protection and the box and the church glass and the never open and all that stuff makes a lot more sense.
Check it out, though. There's a little more to the story. So before they get it to this beautiful box,
Yeah.
on the drive home, the Warrens are going, and he loses control of his vehicle. Literally, he sees the gas moving, everything, and it's just spinning out of and just going out of control. And he looks over at Lorraine. His hands are in the air. It's moving, and they look at each other like, "Oh shit!" He goes reaches in his bag, and this is actually their testimony. Reaches in his bag. He grabs holy water, throws it on her, does the cross. As soon as he did, it stops. He got control of the vehicle back.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
Another thing that happened was after they put it in this box, a couple came. Right? They rode up on their motorcycle.
Yeah.
And they came in, and they're like, it says positively do not touch, right? Do not open, don't touch, don't go far near the thing. Like, just look at it. He bangs on it. Dude.
Why are people so stupid?
He's like, oh yeah, you're not gonna do shit.
You're just a doll.
Yeah.
Like, dude, look at all the work we went into putting this box together.
Yeah.
Like, just respect at least that maybe we know what we're talking about.
So actually, let me go back. There was somebody who literally said, "You're just a doll." So as soon as they got back to the house, before they put it in this, they met a priest there to what's it called? Do the thing
to bless it.
Bless it. There it is. I couldn't think of the word. So he goes there to bless it, and he's like, "You're just a doll, Annabelle. You can't do anything, right?
Yeah.
You're powerless."
Wow.
On his drive home, he loses
Control of the car.
Control of the car. It's steering. He can't do anything about it. He hits, almost dies. Yeah, and he calls the Warrens in a panic. He's like, there is something to that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's too much.
Yeah.
There's a lot of evidence
this shit's
here.
wild. Yeah. And then the guy bangs on the glass. They're driving home. He starts laughing. Ha ha ha, fuck that doll. He. Him and his girl are laughing about it.
Right. Smart.
Hits a tree head on.
Yeah.
Dies instantly.
Of course.
The girlfriend's in the hospital for a year.
Oh, wow.
She comes out of the hospital and she said, "Yeah, we were riding on the bike, and as soon we started laughing about the doll, saying it was just a doll, ha, fucking."
Yeah.
And that's as soon as he lost control of the bike, and when it dead on, he's dead. She was in the hospital for a year.
Okay, so there might be something to this doll then.
Dude, something's up here.
That's too much. It
There's
can't
way
all be
too much.
coincidence. Yeah.
Between Donna, Lou, and Angie, to the priest, to the Warrens, to the motorcycle couple, dude, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Getting inflicted by in a negative way by this fucking thing. So hey, who's to say? Who's to say?
Yeah. Okay, so I think So what do you think? Do you think there's truth behind these stories?
There's something to this Annabelle story. I think so, 100%. This shit's wild, boy. This shit's wild.
Okay, too much to be coincidence. What's so cool? So the next film is Annabelle Comes Home. Yeah. After the Annabelle movies, and this is actually my favorite movie in the entire series.
Really?
I love this movie. So
I'm going Conjuring 1's probably. Well, let's say at the end.
Of course, you need the Conjuring 1 and 2 to make the other ones even possible. Yeah. But of all of them, I think it's the most fun. The beginning of the film is them taking Annabelle, just like you told that story. It shows the car die, and the car actually dies in front of a cemetery. And when Ed comes out to try and look under the hood to see what's wrong, Lorraine, because she has the sight, she sees all the ghosts. They're coming because Annabelle's in the car. Yeah. She sees some sort of like antenna, a conduit for the dead. Yeah. So she attracts spirits. Yeah. So such a cool way to start the film off, right? Yeah. So. I've got this clip here. Well, let's go into this. This is the cast talking about making the film, Annabelle Comes Home. Sure. And it's timestamps 3:40.
Ed and Lorraine.
So I thought this was a fun. This isn't it.
Oh, let's show the audience this though. This should be fun.
Warren were some of the world's most famous demonologists. They cracked a plethora of paranormal cases and really made an impact on that community.
They're such
Most
a cool
things
story.
they were pretty transparent about, but even they would have liked to keep a few things under
Guys, trigger
wraps.
warning, trigger warning.
There was one very graphic case in particular where the pair performed an exorcism on a very young Buddhist monk. This was caught on camera,
it's just a few seconds.
They wish
so look away, plug your ears.
Yeah, if you don't want to hear.
It doesn't scream or anything crazy. I don't want to show you anything nuts. But this is an exorcism gone wrong. Exorcism gone wrong.
Did you know that in The Conjuring, director James Wan was working on the script one?
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Oh, so wait, you have one.
Yeah. So this is
What you call?
this is the staff talking about making the movie Annabelle Comes Home. So I thought this was really interesting before we get into some of the other creepier details.
Cool.
It's not that
I
one.
don't want to show them this. Hold on. Let's show them us. Okay. So, is it this one? No, that's mine. That's mine.
Yeah, it's not the.
This is it, right?
Yeah,
this is
I think it's so 340.
340.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought
yeah,
this
it
was
is
an
340,
interesting
yeah.
little story because especially after what you just talked about.
Yeah.
Because I interviewed like Patrick and Vera for The Conjuring 2, and they had a bunch of stories to tell me. So anything happened on this set, or was it pretty tame?
This is Annabelle Comes Home.
Some weird stories. There was like
A murder.
one time in particular after we were filming a scene downstairs, and at the end of the scene we'd run up the stairs and go past the Warrens' bedroom, and every time we ran past the door, Annabelle was in a different position. And
Cool.
there was not enough time for someone to go up there and move the doll. So we don't know
How that happened.
She would be either in the rocking chair or sitting on the bed or...
So the fake Annabelle doll would move.
The fake, yeah, you can stop it there. The fake Annabelle doll. What a creepy doll. Yeah, so as they're filming this scene, every time they would do a new take, the doll was in a different place, and there was nobody up there moving it, and there was no time to reset it or change it. But every time they did this take, when they passed by the room, they would notice that the doll was in a different place. Yeah. And because of, so if you believe that objects can be imbued with power, with evil, with spirits, whatever, if this doll represents what it's supposed to represent, why not why that something could be a little supernatural with the fake version of it? Yeah, you know, because that's what it's supposed to be. So I thought that was interesting. So while shooting the movie, these guys, and there's been a lot of stories about the Conjuring movies and weird things happening on the set. So even in this film, they had some strange happenings.
Yeah,
I also thought it was interesting, this next clip. So in this movie, what Annabelle Comes Home is about is once they bring Annabelle home, they put her in the glass.
Hence the name.
The Warrens have to go on a case.
Okay.
And they leave their daughter home, Judith, with a babysitter and the babysitter's best friend. And this is during her birthday. So the real Judy, I have an interview with her, and she talks about how her parents explained to her how she should respect Annabelle once they brought her home.
Yeah.
So let's listen to the real Judy talk about.
Okay, and then I do want to get to another thing. So
Okay.
let's watch this because this is there's a lot of goods here. So I want to this up a little bit.
I got a few things for this movie because this movie's cool. It gets into several cases.
So what's it called?
So this one, the I can't remember what the real video is called. I called it the real Judy.
Oh yeah, this is it.
35 seconds.
That's why you called it the real Judy.
Yeah.
35.
So this is actually the Warrens' daughter. Imagine growing up with your parents doing this job.
Dude,
Look at that freaking
audience, you ready?
face.
Bang.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
So this is this is their real
Probably
daughter.
the most haunted object in the Warrens Occult Museum. That came straight from Ed's mouth because of the havoc that it caused with people.
What'd you do to get in there?
Yeah, the movie version's Creepsville.
Something about that doll really does
There she
fascinate
is.
people. It's sitting in a box and behind glass. Sometimes her legs move and her arms move. She's supposed to be a little girl's cuddly toy, but she's not.
I like your doll.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember this movie.
such a good.
I didn't see the doll for many years, and then I became very, very
Yeah, they wouldn't
frightened
let her
of it.
see it.
The real life Judy was completely paralyzed with fear.
She still hates it.
My parents always told me, don't give it recognition. Don't look it in the eyes. And to this day, I will not look it in the eyes.
Imagine that.
Bitch.
Okay, stop
I'm
it.
a lesbian.
So think about that. So their real daughter grew up with this thing in the basement of her house, and her parents. This isn't in front of cameras. Some people think the Warrens were frauds or whatnot.
Sure.
There's no cameras around. There's no one to impress. They told their daughter behind closed doors, do not look at this thing in the eyes.
Yeah.
Do not acknowledge its existence. For years, they wouldn't even let her go in the room to see it. They didn't want her to even know what it looked like or that it existed.
maybe she's different than I am, but
Yeah.
tell me if you're different than I am. If they said, Cameron, you do not look at this doll in the eyes.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
I don't know.
I for sure would. I know I would. I'm told no. I'm taking a yes.
It depends on
Well, I mean, this one you want to look in the eyes.
So
okay.
your parents are demonologists,
Yeah.
and the daughter apparently had some of what her mom had as far as the sight,
Clairvoyancy.
right? She could see ghosts or supernatural things. So imagine your parents are telling you, just like with anything else, like don't touch the hot stove. They're saying there is something so evil in our house, and it's behind this glass. If you look at it, it could hurt you. It could haunt you. It could kill you. I think you would try and obey your parents when it came to that. It's just too. It's just like don't touch fire. You know you're going to get hurt, so you don't do it. I don't know. I wouldn't want to look at it in the eyes. She says at her age, look at her. She's an older woman now.
Grown-ass woman. Yeah, she's like.
I still can't look at it in the eyes. That's very interesting to me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I guess having the parents as demonologists, like
they're the authority on this, and this is something they're telling you is the most dangerous thing they have, and has caused the most, violence and death that surrounds this thing. Why would you play with fire, literally, by looking it in the eyes? Ugh.
Yeah. Well said.
Thank you.
Agreed.
No, seriously, I'm not looking at that freaking thing. I don't even like looking at the picture of it.
That's funny.
Yeah, it bothers me.
That's funny. But guys, real quick, I do got to tell you, I don't know if you knew this or not, but it's time for the news.
Yes. Man on the ground. Satellite is in position.
Hello, sir. How are you there?
Hello there.
There he is.
Are we getting Darth Nihilus again?
Oh my God, that'd be great.
No, voice change this time.
No,
we actually
really
did.
are
We really
getting
are
Darth
getting
Nihilus. This is so fun. No, anyway.
Yeah, let's see if it works. Hold on.
Anyway, God help her.
Yeah, this is so weird.
And we even tried it before the cast.
It's every time we talk about these creepy things,
I swear.
we get Darth Nihilus.
I swear.
And then
Anyway.
every time we talk about the military-industrial complex, we lose our feed.
We lose the I know. How weird is that?
Weird stuff.
You don't hear me?
Now we can.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Go for it.
Oh, that's so strange. What is this? What's going on?
We got him.
I'm telling you.
Man on the ground.
It's so weird. I don't know why that works. So please, sir, tell us what's up. We're talking scary stuff, but what are you talking today?
Well, yeah, I'll tell you, I'm so glad I've never watched The Conjuring because it's horrific.
Yeah, they're scary movies.
Frightening.
Yeah, it's scary.
But interesting. So I thought for a change of pace, something completely different, as they said in Monty Python, I thought I would talk for a moment about an interesting phenomenon which we're all familiar with, and it's called Mondogreen.
Yes.
Yes, all familiar with Mondogreen.
Yeah, who isn't?
So Mondogreen is actually defined as a misheard word or phrase that makes sense in your head.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
And it came out, and it was a 1954 article by this woman, Sylvia Wright, who, when she was young, her mother would read her favorite poem.
Mondogreen.
And the poem went, "Ye highland and ye lowlands, where have you been? They have slain the Earl O'Maury and laid him on the green." And whole life she thought they said, "and Lady Mondogreen."
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's funny. And laid him on the
really
green.
What it is this weird auditory perception that takes place when you hear something and then you apply meaning to it.
Yeah,
So you guys are real familiar with it.
Auditory
And I was gonna
pareidolia.
share maybe some of my
That's what I was
favorite
thinking, it's so funny.
Mondogreens,
Say again?
which are, I said that I'm sure you're all familiar with it, but I was going to share some of my favorite Mondogreens, which you know.
Let's go. Let's Mondogreen it up.
Song lyrics.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
all
of course,
the time.
of course.
Yeah.
Wherever you go, you take a piece of meat with
Yeah.
you.
It's me with you.
One of
So
our
I know
cousins
I was
said
going to start
that.
because I know you guys are familiar with this one. My first one up is "Our Lips Are Sealed" by the Go-Go's.
Yeah.
Which you guys used to call Alex the Seal.
Alex the Seal.
That's great. So first, say the fake thing, and we'll try and guess what the real thing is.
Ooh, that's good.
Okay.
I like it.
So the misheard one, well, you know this one already, is "Even Dallas games people play."
Even jealous games people play.
That's right.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then, let me do this one. "Like a virgin, touched for the 31st time."
That's a good one.
That's great. Touched for
Instead
the
of
very
course, the very first time.
Of course.
Okay,
30
Elton John.
birthday.
I know, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Elton John, the Tiny Dancer. Hold
Tony-
Me Closer.
Tony Danza. Yeah. Yeah. That's from Friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you this one and see if you can guess. All the Lonely Starbucks Lovers.
What?
That's from Blank Space by Taylor Swift. It's got a long list of ex-lovers.
Oh, that's great. All
I got a long list of ex-lovers, Starbucks lovers. Yeah.
You're gonna know this one. You're gonna know this one. Here we are now in containers.
Yeah, there we go. Here we are now in containers. Oh, wow.
That's right. Entertain us.
Yeah.
And let's see. Get another good one. This is, I don't know if you're familiar with the Starship. I know. Starship. We built this city. How about we built this city on sausage rolls?
On sausage rolls.
So when I was a kid, McDonald's would give away these free ice cream cones, and there was this Missy Elliott song that came out, "Get Your Freak On," and it would sound like "Get your freak on, get your freak on." Yeah.
On that note, how about I like big butts in a can of limes?
Stupid.
That's great.
I like big butts in a can of limes.
And a can of
And
lime.
maybe before your time with the monkeys, then I saw her face. Now I'm gonna leave her.
Then I saw her face. Now I'm gonna leave her. That's pretty good.
That's great.
Yeah.
And who can forget Blinded by the Light? I do this. Everybody.
Revved up like a douche.
Yeah,
That's
what
right.
is
It's
that?
actually revved up like a deuce.
Yeah,
Of course,
even
yeah.
that line sucks.
But,
Yeah.
What were they
okay.
trying to do with that?
Deuce, yeah.
I just love those things, so
Those are
I'm glad
good.
I could share some of those with you.
So-
and I do have a couple of related miscommunication type jokes.
Let's go. Real quick. I did want to
Let's
ask.
get our free cone.
Revved up like a deuce? Is that like an engine? What is that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
But what's the two part?
It's-
A 2-liter engine?
No, it's not 2 liter. No, it's the
Yeah, 2-liter engine.
no.
I don't know
No,
if it's 2 liter.
it's not 2 liter.
It's
It's
carburetor.
yeah. There you go. Yeah, it has to do with I think an engine number. Like they
what
had
do
the
I
454 or
Because
the
I'm wrapped up like a douche. How would I know?
revved up
Yeah,
like
I'm
a
revved up
oh
like a douche.
yeah. Or I think it's the year
no,
even.
A 2-cylinder is not. It doesn't
No,
exist.
I think it might be the
there's no-
year or the
yeah,
engine
revved up
number.
in a
Anyway,
Yeah.
who knows? I'm probably right.
Like a 72 or a 52 or something like that.
All right.
Yeah, because what was the famous coupe? The 52 or something like that. Something like
What
that.
coupe? Which coupe?
Yeah, the famous.
That's right.
coupe.
Oh, you're right. My little deuce coupe.
Deuce coupe. Thank you. Yeah, revved up like a deuce coupe. That's what it is. Yeah. Okay, it's a 52. Yeah.
Okay. So go
All
on.
right, there you go.
Related
So
jokes.
this guy, so it's about miscommunication. The guy goes for an interview, and the boss says, "I see you majored in communication," and the guy says, "No, miscommunication." Boss says, "But your resume says communication." The guy says, "You see?"
Yes, I
that's
told
great.
you.
That's great.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, and for you new fathers out there, so my toddler was about to hit her head on a bar at the playground. I told her to duck. She quacked, and then she hit her head.
That's funny. That's funny.
That's a good one.
Okay, this one's a little long, but hey. So a guy checks into a hotel, and he sees there's a computer in the room. So he decides to email his wife. But he accidentally types the wrong address and sends her the email. And the email actually goes to a widow who just returned from her husband's funeral.
Oh.
So after reading the email, the widow faints. Her son rushes in the room and finds her on the floor and sees the email, which read, "To my loving wife, I know you're surprised to hear from me.
Yeah, fuck.
They have computers here, and we're allowed to send emails to loved ones.
Oh, that's the best.
I've just checked in. How are you and the kids? The place is really nice, but I'm lonely here. I have made necessary arrangements for your arrival tomorrow."
Jesus. Oh, God.
Oh, that's brilliant. Is that a true story or a joke?
That's a true story.
I love this
No
story.
way.
That's a good story.
Wow.
Anyway, that's all I have for today. I thought I'd lighten up a little bit.
Oh, that's
Always
the
a pleasure.
best.
Beautiful. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir. We will see you on the flip and
Thank you,
flop.
sir.
Have a lovely night. Man on the ground, man on the ground.
From beautiful Burbank.
Beautiful Burbank. Take it back. Dude, every time we're talking to spooks,
Darth Nihilus
we
shows
get
up.
Darth fucking Nihilus.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
The studio's haunted. Darth Nihilus.
Was that
Nihilus,
happening
Nihilus.
before, sir?
No, that's new Nihilus.
My equipment's going haywire. Look, it's acting like there's still something happening.
So before we dive back into some of the Warrens cases, because this movie, it hits on a few, make sure to like, subscribe now. If you're enjoying the content, leave some comments, watch some of the other episodes. Show's not over. We're going to dive into some more cases here in a second, but I just wanted to say thank you so much. Please hit that like and subscribe. Don't forget to do that while we enjoy the fun. And please chat, keep it up. You guys are the best. Thank you so much.
You guys rock,
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. It means the world to us.
Yes.
And if you want to go visit that Patreon, we won't hold it against you. That'll mean the world to us.
Could you imagine holding it against them?
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
What are you doing? Being awesome.
Yeah. Being
But go. There's link in every video description. You get a lot of perks and you get shout outs. You get a lot of cool stuff. So go hop on there.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the show.
So Given Life said shit happens for evil.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense. CTB.
So I think those were like sort of far
separate
apart.
things, yeah,
but
which
it's
is
great
funny.
that it's shit happens for evil.
And CTB says the scariest movie of all time is The Exorcist.
What's up, CTB?
Yeah, and an exorcism. There's several exorcisms. The Warrens were doing exorcisms all over the place. The Haunting in Connecticut was one of their cases. I'm about to talk about one of the instances where they performed an exorcism in just a minute. But yes, The Exorcist is probably one of the scariest movies ever created, because it was one of the first to really drive an audience to throw up right there in the theater.
On everyone.
Yeah. And then, so growing up with parents that are demonologists, Given Life says that's worse than growing up with parents who are crackheads. I could see that being tough. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Either one's hard.
I would take the demonologist over
Both
the
are hard to get people to come to your birthday party.
Yeah.
Both have difficulties.
Yeah, both have shit they're going through.
So we left off there. So that was the real Judy. So a couple cases make an appearance in this film, and this is why it's my favorite, is we get to see a little bit more about what the Warrens were working on. One of the cases, as they're going through the files that they're not supposed to be looking at, there's one, it's called the Black Shuck.
See, that's why the videos are out of order, because look, it goes Annabelle, then The Conjuring, then Annabelle comes home. We skipped The Conjuring, bro.
We skipped the first, well, because you were talking about Annabelle comes home.
And then we'll go Conjuring.
Should be,
it works. I like it.
It works.
I like it.
So the Black Shuck, there's this tale, and still today people see it. There's this hellhound that haunts South England.
What's a hellhound?
Right? It's this massive black dog. Some people see it with two red fiery eyes. Some people see it with just one cyclops red eye.
Weird.
Some people see it with two heads. But what's interesting is black dogs, massive black dogs with red eyes, seem to make an appearance in a lot of paranormal places. Skinwalker Ranch. All of the paranormal activity followed the sighting of a big black dog that was unable to be killed or driven.
Did you hear that big, like, what it bleeds though? The big black dog.
Big black
it
bug.
It bleeds black blood.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Big black, big black bud instead of bug.
Yeah. Go on.
Oh yeah. So this thing is seen all over the countryside. So in the movie, they show that the Warrens had looked into this case and had trapped the Black Shuck into a book and kept it in their museum. I couldn't find anything.
What's a Black Shuck? I'm sorry, I missed
the hellhound. That's what they call it.
Okay,
yeah.
that's
Shuck. It's supposed to mean from hell.
Like when you shuck oysters. Yeah,
like a satanic dog, basically. No,
okay.
It comes from a different
Shuck
word, like an
means
old
evil.
English word.
Like Latin,
yeah.
Where shuck means from evil. Yeah, whatever. I get it.
It means devil. It's like an old English word for devil.
Like something
like devil dog.
From evil or something probably.
Yeah. Well, either way. So this they saw this big black dog at Skinwalker Ranch. There was also this story where this, and it was in the Northeast, where this guy, he built this house on this piece of land, and everything was going great. One day he sees this massive black dog in his field, and it's just staring him right in the eyes. He said the way it looked at him, it looked like a person's eyes, the way it stared him down. So he gets his rifle. This is like, he built
That's
his
so
cabin,
creepy, dude.
Right? It had a human look to it.
Yeah, I've heard
and
this
shoots
story.
near it just to get rid of it, and it just looks at it.
Yeah.
Finally, shoots it again, and it runs off. And when he goes into the field, there's no prints from where it was standing, and none of his
well, there
corn
there was these giant dog prints.
No, there was no print.
Yeah, and then you saw a human handprint and then another human handprint.
That'd be
And then a
interesting.
human knee print.
Yeah.
And then you see just 2 human feet.
And then there was a naked guy running through the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unrelated!
Yeah, sorry.
This is not anything to do with what
This
you
was
were
a
doing.
dare.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Wait, what?
Yeah, this was a dare.
Oh, okay. I thought you said this
Totally
was a bear.
unrelated.
I'm like, this was a bear.
And then, like,
What am I
the
missing?
werewolf's over there, but the naked guy...
Yeah.
Two different separate things.
They really are not related.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Bad timing!
Yeah.
Don't shoot at me!
Please don't shoot me. Yeah. I saw what you saw, and that was crazy.
But that's
This
funny.
is unrelated.
So
Yeah.
a hellhound, so hell itself, if there's hellhounds, and we talked about this before, like the idea of the devil punishing people for doing things that he wants you to do, and then hell being this horrific place, just a big, if the dogs have 2 heads and one big cyclops eye, that's scary.
Yeah.
But Constantine, in the movie Constantine, do you remember the scene where he actually goes to hell?
Of course.
It's just Los Angeles was just on fire.
Yeah.
So so I don't know what if hell is just on fire.
So
where you just burn.
the best. Damn it. So you're saying
Yeah.
the best depiction of hell is probably from Constantine.
Yeah. So like dogs are gross and have 2 heads, and the city's on fire. So it'd be if you were the devil and you're like, welcome to welcome to hell. You did, or here you be the devil. Oh my gosh, where am I?
Oh, yeah, you're in hell. By the way, to your point before.
Yes.
So I torture people who are like bad.
Oh yeah, I was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So I'm in hell?
Yeah, so I'm going to torture you because I need to get back up to the kingdom of heaven. And the only way to do that is I'm pretty sure God wanted me to torture bad people.
Oh, this is what he told you?
No, this is what I gather.
You just came up with this on your own?
Well, yeah, I know that he wants me back in the kingdom of heaven at some point. But I assume he wanted me to just like torture people that were bad. Because it would be weird if it was the opposite, where he wanted me to do good shit. Like he wanted me to, because Adolf Hitler, when he came down here.
But I thought I only did all these things because
party.
you wanted me to do the horrible things.
See, it's weird, right? Yeah, I'm thinking about that now too. Yeah.
I think you should talk to him. You guys should just talk it out.
Yeah.
You might be misunderstanding your entire role.
I think so. I don't really have a direct line to him anymore.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Probably just gonna have you tied up and then have somebody eat your heart out every 20 minutes or something as it grows back.
Why is everything on fire?
Yeah, you've seen the movie Constantine.
Yeah, great movie actually.
Yeah,
I love Constantine.
so that's basically the best depiction of hell that we've found. So it's wherever you are, just on fire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's why my house is on fire.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: if I was halfway through building the house, and I didn't finish it,
if you built a house, it would appear down here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what if I didn't finish building it and then I died while building the house? Would it just be half a house on fire?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So then what if someone finishes building it after I die?
Yeah.
Would I see
the
roof
tiles
panels just appear
oh,
on
shit.
their own?
Maybe, right?
Yeah. How's that work?
Yeah.
You don't know much. That's clear.
I'm settling into this role.
Yeah, you've been doing it a long time though.
Yeah.
I mean, up there we've been talking about you for 20,000 years.
It's been fucking how long?
It's been a long time. I'm not good at math, but it's something like that. At least something like that. It's at least 6,000.
Oh.
So you should figure it out.
This is nuts. All right, I need a ponder this. Give me 10,000 years.
You do you. I'm not just no torturing.
Yeah.
Figure that out first.
No. We're gonna have somebody rip your dick off or something crazy.
But think about yeah. But think about that. That's true. Imagine if everything is just on fire in hell and you're in a built structure and they build the structure while you're there.
Your voice changed a bit, but yeah.
Would you see? No, I'm just out of character now. Would you see the house be built? Do people in hell see how the world changes?
And that'd be great to
empires
fuck with people
fall?
in hell. Yeah. You build something, right?
Yeah.
But it's just it's something like you build a fountain and it's like water or something like they don't have, and then you just destroy it just to fuck with them. Like,
because you know they're gonna see it in hell.
Yeah.
Oh, that's torturous. Yeah.
If Constantine, which I'm sure,
Constantine's
it's the best depiction.
I'm sure they figured it out.
I need a mirror.
Yeah. That's why it's a mirror universe, but on fire.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So that's silly.
Oh, that's why the mirror thing works.
Yeah,
probably.
it's just a mirror dimension.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, there's not a lot there.
There's a lot there.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
Yeah.
So the black dog thing, though, it just seems to be a harbinger of evil. Always, whenever you see these big black dogs. So I thought it was interesting that they brought. So I have a clip of it, and it's freaking scary as hell. So this is the hellhound scene. This is supposed to be the black shuck. Again, I have no evidence that they actually investigated this case, but it does make for good film. So I think they just threw this in there for fun. But it's scary as hell. Hound.
Good one. What did Given Life say?
When I think of the devil now, I think of the South Park devil. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's great.
Traitor. Or no, was it? I can't even say his name, actually. Never mind.
Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
What's the other guy? Not Stalin. What's the dude? It was...
I don't want to say his name.
Why? Say his first name.
Adolf?
No. No. Remember his boy was... Hey, fuck you, guy. It was Saddam Hussein, my dude.
Is that who it was?
Saddam.
Oh,
yeah.
there was like a love triangle. Yeah.
Saddam, why you always doing it?
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, guy. Whatever he said. Anyway, what are we looking up here?
The next, so this clip, it's the this is the hellhound from Annabelle Comes Home.
Oh shit! You're about to show a hellhound, bro.
Yeah, dude. So this is
What's the TS?
30 seconds in is a good place to just get a good depiction of how
Is
horrifying
this from a movie?
This is in Annabelle Comes Home. And they say this is one of the cases that they worked.
All right, we're gonna get DMCA, just so you know.
Well, we're only going to show a couple seconds and then skip a few seconds ahead. I think they won't catch it. Can you imagine, audience, that we have to deal with this?
That's such bullshit.
That we can't just show you things? So that's it, kind of creeping around. Yeah. And it even reaches in like with a human type.
Oh, I
arm.
remember this scene too.
Yeah.
When they're in the car, when they run outside. Yeah.
Yeah, getting out of
Get
the
up
car.
out of there!
What is this tough guy? Okay, so this thing is a massive, basically werewolf is how they depict it here. That's not what the legend says, and I don't think the Warrens ever actually investigated or captured the Black Shuck. But they did work a werewolf case, and I've got the details on that. So there's this guy named Bill Ramsey, and he was also from England. And
Bill Ramsey.
When he was a little boy, one day in his backyard, his parents are watching him play outside, and all of a sudden, he changes. Like, he starts acting like feral, and he runs over. They have this chicken coop, and it's surrounded by this fence.
Oh, I know.
And the fence is actually in the ground with cement blocks. And he's a little kid. He's only like 5 or 6 years old, and he rips the fence post out of the ground, rips the chicken wire off of the fence post, and he starts smashing.
Chickens.
Dude, he rips it out of concrete, a little like 5-year-old child, and starts eating the chicken wire.
Yeah.
Right? That's the first time he has an episode. He goes through his whole life without having these major episodes, but in the back of his mind, he's always feeling like there's this beast ready to be unleashed. And it might be a case of lycanthropy, where he believed he was a wolf, a werewolf. Eventually, he does attack a friend of his and bites his leg and has no memory of it happening. And then the Warrens come in. Ed Warren's like, I don't want to work this case. It's going to make us look silly. People are going to think we're like frauds. They're going to think that we're like, because it's just such a wild case.
Doing it for the money.
This guy's just going around eating, pretending to be a wolf.
Yeah.
But Lorraine said that she could sense that he was really afflicted by a demon, and that's what was causing him to act this way. And she wanted to help him. So Ed, loving his wife and wanting to do what she wants, he says, okay, let's go do this. And when they end up meeting him and talking to him, and this is what he looks like. Can you throw up this picture? This is Bill Ramsey, the South End werewolf. The newspapers picked this up. It was a big story all around the world when this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
it's
it's a picture.
Oh, a picture.
Yeah.
That's why. What did Chase here say?
He says, I don't know.
You won't know. Hold on. I got you.
Disappeared. Here you go.
This
Yeah,
son
look
of
at
a
this.
bitch, huh?
So this is the guy, and he even kind of looks werewolfish. And go down a little bit more. This is the picture of him during the exorcism.
So why this picture?
That's just how he looks.
That's just how he looked?
Yep.
Normally?
Normal looking guy.
Oh, he looks a little doggy to me.
Yeah, you kind of seem like it. Maybe that's that attitude.
If I were to pick anybody to turn into a dog.
If there was a lineup and they were like, pick out the werewolf.
It's
done.
this guy. Every time. Bill Ramsey,
Yeah.
every time.
What? And so look where
no
he's got
difference.
his claw hands up or whatever.
I see no difference.
That's him being exorcised. They have the Warrens bring in their special bishop that does all of their exorcisms.
Yeah.
And after the exorcism, he never has another episode. He was having episodes constantly. It was going on his whole life.
Yeah.
As soon as they do this exorcism, it never happens again.
Again, the mind's a powerful thing.
And the Warrens didn't want to do the case. Ed didn't want to do the case. He didn't want to be linked to it because he didn't want people to think they were charlatans or fakers because of this guy's credibility. They didn't know if he was a credible guy. But after meeting him and Lorraine getting a sense with her ability that he was possessed,
wasn't a charlatan.
they do it. They do an exorcism and they cure this guy. So the black dog in the movie, I think, is a representation of this case. The South End werewolf case.
Okay, that would make sense.
Right. He never actually turned into a werewolf. He didn't grow hair and everything. He would just act like a wolf and bite people, and he would get superhuman strength. Like he could do things that he shouldn't be able to do.
No human man.
So that's pretty creepy.
So Chase said, thank gosh you guys do this podcast. Can you read that?
There are no channels I actually wait for to watch live, and this is the only channel. So keep it up. It's so fun. Yes, that's the kind of comment. Right
Live
there.
Wire. I agree with Chase Mack.
Yep.
Boom. That's why we do it. We do it for you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, but
We
that
do
means
it
a lot.
for
We
you
appreciate
guys.
that feedback.
That really does.
Because it's fun stuff. Like it's fun to talk about this kind of stuff. And where else can you go to really talk about these?
And like we know
specific
you
things?
guys like well enough. We can get your sense of humor.
the kind of stuff that you like.
Yeah. Cool. Anyway,
So that's one case. So I think the South End werewolf is the black shuck from the movie. I think that's the case that they were trying to reference, but they made it more cinematic and fun by making it an actual wolf.
so you know what I like is so fun. Thanks, D Live Wire. I like in Insidious they have that the bride character, but there's also that wedding dress.
Yes.
In the room of artifacts.
Yes. That's in the movie.
Yeah.
So I have a
That's
clip.
in Coming Home.
The next clip is
the wedding dress.
Yes.
Okay.
So there is and there is a real case attached to this.
That's the next clip?
Yep, the next clip. It should be.
Is there a time
that's
stamp?
it right there. No. This is probably one of the scariest moments in the film, and you might have to skip around a little bit. But this,
it's from the actual movie.
Yeah, I think this is one of the scariest moments in the entire movie.
Okay, is this from the movie channel?
No,
or is this from? Okay.
It's from some random channel.
Let's hope we don't get DMs. Yeah. That's a horrible noise. You skip this.
Yeah, you can skip around. So she's like hearing some noises. She's like, "Wait, Annabelle."
Yeah.
The whole thing is freaking terrifying.
So two things.
Yeah.
One of the scariest things in history of the world.
Yes.
I literally almost shit myself. I had to leave the theater. I was a kid and I was so scared. First thing that terrified me, The Sixth Sense.
Yeah, that's a great one. Oh,
when
man.
He's peeing.
Ooh, that's a good movie.
And the woman walks by while he's peeing.
Oh, that's horrifying.
And then he goes into the kitchen and she's there. Look what you did to me.
Yes.
Dude,
yes.
that
Look what you
horrified
did
me.
Scary, yeah. That's scary.
Where I was like, all right, I need to leave the theater. Because I'm a child
you were
and I'm
that
gonna piss
scared.
myself.
Oh,
yeah.
you were a kid, yeah.
I was a child, bro. I was like 7 years old. When did this movie come out? Like 97. Yeah, I was
Remember
like
the little
7, 8
boy
years
want to
old,
play
bro.
with my dad's gun, and when he turns around,
That's the fucking point where I had to leave the movie.
That's the scariest.
He said, "You want
scene.
to see where my dad keeps his gun?"
Yeah.
He turns around, his fucking
head's blown.
brains are gone, bro. I'm like, okay. And then I didn't think I got to the Misha Barton shit. I think
That's a good scary movie,
dude. It's so good. Let me tell you this. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Antonio Esfarian, what's his name?
Antonio Esfarian.
Mikael. What's his name? The guy who does all the M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
his best movie?
Okay, it's definitely Lady in the Water, but my second favorite. No, that's the worst movie ever. I really like
the worst movie ever, dude. The one guy with the really one strong arm and the really
no, the whole thing is
it's
freaking nuts. Yeah,
this is the part of the movie where the man turns around and gets away just in time from the beast.
Oh, the whole thing. Oh yeah,
it's the worst movie ever.
That.
Yeah.
I don't want to even talk.
Yeah,
about
let's not even go there.
It's so bad.
Paul Giamatti with this.
Stutter. One of the movies
so
I thought was really well done and such a cool surprise ending. So I love his whole universe, the superhero universe he built.
Unbreakable,
those three movies together, was split. You know, so those are the best. But individually, the one where they have the out in the woods where they make their
the village.
What a cool idea to keep them. In this area,
great idea.
No
Never
planes
saw
can
the whole
fly
movie,
over.
dude. Never saw the whole movie.
Because you think this is taking place in like the 1700s.
You don't
or something.
realize it's modern day.
And it's modern
Misha
day.
Barton? No. It's Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah, what a genius!
The blind
idea,
girl. She has no idea she's jumping.
She finds the suits.
We see the shit.
Right?
Yeah,
and there's a car pulls up. You're like, wait, what?
Car.
The whole thing is so cool. The reveal.
Adrian Brody's like retarded or redacted in it.
Yeah. Wait. What's the what's your favorite? Because I think I'm missing one. Because that one is just so good. The reveal.
I don't want to say it if you're missing it, because that sucks. Because I want you to. So I think his best is Signs. A lot of people shit on Signs.
I like Signs. It's not my favorite, but it's good.
I mean, Sixth Sense and Unbreakable are
Sixth
fucking
Sense
great.
Is like crazy.
But Signs hits me different, dude.
Okay.
Just because Signs is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Where it's, and I know it's corny, but we know the mom's dead.
Yeah.
We hear the whole time. We know he's a faithless preacher. Are you a faithless preacher? Or you mean fucking weapon of God?
Yeah.
You know what movie that is?
No.
Yeah.
That's cool. No, I don't remember what it's from.
I'm a mean weapon of God. He's like,
oh, is it John Carpenter's? Oh.
No, but you're so close. So he says, well, I don't either, but these are vampires, and if there's vampires and they're evil, then there must be a God. There has to be. And if there is a God, then blah, blah.
It's not John Carpenter's Vampires?
No.
Oh.
You're so close. Same time, same era. Better director and way better writer.
John Carpenter's Vampires is really
It's great
good.
with Woods.
Yeah,
so
he's so good in it.
But no,
Come on, Padre.
What's the greatest vampire movie of all time? One of them.
Blade.
That is maybe. But what is up there before Blade?
Oh man, what am I missing?
Yeah, come on, dude. Even the cover of them look the same. Orange cover. Come on, vampires.
What is it?
From Dusk.
From Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah. That's right. What a good freaking movie.
Yeah, when George Clooney is talking to Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
Are you a faithless preacher? Or are you mean fucking weapon of God?
Yeah,
and he's like, I'm a mean, and he won't say fucking. He's like, weapon of God. So good. But anyway,
great.
So we know that he's a faithless preacher in Signs, and we're like, okay, it is what it is. We know the mom's dead, but then finally we see the reveal of the scene, and we know when we're getting it.
That's rough.
It's so good though. We see him walking up, and we're like, oh, they're actually going to show the last words. And he's like, yeah, she's tied. As soon as we move the car, she's gone. But and so she says everything. She says, tell blah blah blah, whoop de woo, tell her that I love his smile and whatever. And then when he tells the stories of when they were born and how those tie in.
Yeah.
And then at the end,
it's great.
He's like, tell Meryl to swing away. She doesn't drink the water, and that's why all the water was left everywhere. He has asthma. That's why his lungs were closed.
No, it's such a cool.
So good, dude.
It's a great movie.
The only thing that doesn't make any sense is that the aliens came to Earth, and water was like their one downfall, and there's like even water vapor in the air, so they would have been dead the second they hit the ground. They would have been like, oh shit.
No, wasn't it like the amoebas in the water? It was like the
no, it was water.
Just water on its own.
Water was the thing. She thought the water was contaminated. That's why she left water everywhere.
That's why I thought that's what killed them.
No. It's just that was the reason why she left water everywhere.
Okay.
This one's contaminated. You don't even know what contaminated means. But
Diary of a Vampire. That's actually one of the best vampire movies. The one Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt.
No, that's
Interview with a Vampire.
Interview, yeah.
I don't know. I think that's what he means because Vampire Diaries and then Interview with a Vampire.
Oh, maybe Interview with the Vampire is good.
Interview with the Vampire is like so good.
Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, what's her face?
I love it at the end how
Kirsten
he's still
Dunst.
alive.
Yeah.
And then he comes back full force at the end.
What about the movie that's like the sequel to that?
30 Days of Night. Yeah, that's another
classic.
great one. Yeah, no go.
Dude.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah. When Eben injects himself with the vampire blood and goes and fucks them all up, dude. So sick.
Man, there's some good vampire films.
There's some great ones. Anyway,
so watch so let's play this. This is oh no, we already watched the wedding scene. So pull up this picture. This is the actual wedding dress that's in the Warrens Museum. So this
real
comes
quick, given
straight
life,
out of the Warrens files.
Is Diary of a Vampire different from Interview with a Vampire? Just say yes or no.
I think he's thinking Interview.
Well, I want to know if there's a movie called Diary of a Vampire because it sounds like there would be. I remember my ex loved Vampire Diaries.
Right.
And she said the other show, the spinoff, wasn't good. The originals.
There's a spinoff. Jeez.
It's called The Originals. It's like old school vamps. True Blood, greatest fucking show.
We know
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Yep.
We talked that. Anyway, what am I looking at?
So there's a picture of the actual wedding dress from this film. That's it.
Boom.
That's in their museum.
Oh, is that from the movie or is that from the
this is from
museum?
their museum. This is the real one. So the story of this wedding
Yeah,
dress.
okay, he meant Interview. Yeah, you're right.
So the story of this wedding dress, it's very, it's interesting. So any woman who would put this wedding dress on would incidentally end up killing their fiance.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So it was cursed, and they took possession of it, and they put it up inside of their
That'd
museum.
be great if, when they're fighting, Lorraine's like, "I'll put that dress on."
Yeah, don't make me.
Yeah, don't make me. And Ed's like, "Babe, no, okay, fine. We'll have Chinese food for dinner."
It's still gonna be you killing me. Like that's not an excuse.
Yeah.
You
I'm
can't-
gonna put. I'm putting it
just put it
on.
on. It's still you doing it.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that'll work. It's only if.
What are you talking about? We got that
person
one
who's
guy
engaged.
off with The Devil Made Me Do It. I could totally get off if I wear the dress.
You don't watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia, do you?
I have, yeah. I watched like all the original seasons when it first
I
came
don't know
out.
what that
yeah.
means. Original season, like the first 3 or whatever.
No, it went for a good minute.
It's still going.
See, that's what
It's
I
the
mean.
best, yeah.
I watched like the first 5, 6, and then I was like, oh, it's still happening.
But you just said something I got when he blah blah blah. It just reminded me of a scene when he's like, anyway, it would take too long to explain. Oh God, he's like, you're just talking to a few people who just got off. And he's like, she's like, oh, you got off? He's like, yeah. As soon as he called me out for not being Brian Lefebvre. You don't remember any of this?
No.
Who? And then the finger. Oh man, it's so funny. Anyway.
Still a creepy freaking dress that makes you kill people.
Yeah. Anyway, go.
So that's the real deal. And then just to finish it off,
Real
for this
deal,
movie,
Holyfield.
I've got one more clip, and it goes back to Annabelle and why it's so terrifying and
What's
why this
the
movie is
TS
so good.
on this bitch?
Just right from the beginning.
You want to see a DMCA real bad.
They have some issues going on, so they call
Mom?
Miss Warren.
What'd you do?
Can I speak to Annabelle?
Wait, what?
I'm sorry?
You need to give her a soul, dear.
Could you imagine? That's who you call for help is the Warrens, and that's what they say. So it's obviously not her.
Oh, I thought it was.
Could you imagine? Babysitter, you need to give her a soul, dear.
Yeah,
Don't you have a friend over?
Yeah, Lorraine's just fucking with her.
Yeah, give her that soul.
Give her, yeah.
Yeah, we like you. We don't know her.
You can stick around. Yeah.
Just give her a soul, dear. No, I love that though. Is Annabelle or how the movie starts where the door's like knocking and she's like hello and it's a little girl. She goes, "Can Annabelle come out and play?"
Yeah.
She's like, "There's no Annabelle that lives here." She goes, "What do you mean? She's right behind you."
Yeah.
And then when she looks back, the kid's gone.
I got a great clip
film.
that reminds me.
Those are just a few cases. They have the ferryman where they put the coins on the eyes
we
of
call
the
them
girls.
homosexuals these days.
No, it's like a fairy.
I get what you're saying, dude. We call them homosexuals.
You're right.
Good God.
And he might
Have a
have
little
been,
empathy.
but he killed young women.
He might even be.
But there was so many cool. That's why it's my favorite film is because we get to see so many different
Of course,
cases.
it's your favorite film.
Of the series. So all right, so that's Annabelle
This
Comes
guy.
Home. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's worth a watch.
Which one? Annabelle Comes Home?
Yeah. So that's my Annabelle Comes
I agree.
Home.
It's worth a watch. It's not great. It's
What?
good. It's good. It's really good.
It's really
not great.
good.
It's not great. It's really good. It's fun.
Okay.
It's fun. My boy Charlie.
Sunny Philadelphia. Yeah, he's hilarious.
Something Sunny.
Yeah.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Dude, yeah, Charlie's great. They're all great. Their podcast
They are
is great
all
too.
great, yeah.
This is a better podcast. Watch this. So, okay, let's do The Conjuring, boy.
Yeah.
Why not? Fuck it.
The first Conjuring. Oh.
The first Conjuring, dude.
Yeah. And that place.
In a place this size.
Why would you
movie?
live there?
What movie? In a place this size. 300 will die.
Is it 300?
That'd be so dumb. That'd be the worst fucking line in that movie.
Why can't it be 300?
In a place this size, 200 will die.
Is it from, is it Indrid Cooled?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
The only movie I ever talk about, apparently.
No, it'd be Oceans if that's
Yeah. Yeah. Only in the mornings.
Wow, yeah. This is what I like about the first Conjuring is there's so much evidence, like actual evidence. There's pictures, there's film.
Shit, boy. You don't even know.
And Joey King, what a great actress she turned out to be. She's
been
been
like the
acting
new
since she's like
Scream Queen.
She's great, man.
Will you do me a favor? Pull up on your phone.
I like
IMDb.
The Kissing
Look
Booth.
at her. Jesus Christ.
It's
I hate that
really
you just
good.
fucking said
It's
that.
actually good.
Dude, I've lost so much respect for you.
Look
and
up
I
what?
had a modicum. Look up her IMDb.
Okay.
She's like the new Scream Queen of the day.
Well, she did the Slender Man movie.
That too.
It was okay.
I know, but that's I'm hoping those aren't the only two. Is Conjuring and Slender Man.
No, she did another
She's in a
one.
bunch, right?
Yeah, she did one more that was really good.
She's like a modern day Scream Queen.
Yeah. Let me see
Anyway,
what she's
fucking
got.
whatever, bro. You know
I'll
what?
tell you if some good ones come up, but get into it.
Yeah, I'm already hopping in, bro. I need your permission. God damn it.
Do you know that in The Conjuring, director James Wan was working on the script one late night when his newly adopted puppy started staring at a supposedly empty side of the room and began to growl aggressively. Wan stated that his dog's head then followed something all across the room, but he did not see anything.
Oh, is that her?
Did you guys hear that? I'm scared.
Something didn't want him to tell that story.
We've all heard that The Conjuring.
So, guys.
What just happened?
Yeah, it's you missed it. So, nothing crazy. That new Candyman remake is a good movie. It looks good. I just watched the preview for it. It looks cool. Yeah, I like it. Anyway, it brought me down this whole rabbit hole. I saw that scene, and then it led me to a scene from this movie, The Fallout, with Jenna Ortega. And it's another scene that takes place in the bathroom because the scene I watched, it was like these girls saying Candyman.
Do you know the
Candyman
real
in
story
bathroom.
about the Candyman? The true story behind it? Our audience might not know.
That he would pass out candy?
No. So this woman lived in an apartment building where every so often a tenant would be murdered. It was a really bad part of town, so the police just assumed that it was robbers.
Mm-hmm.
One day, they hear this woman making all kinds of noise in her apartment, and it's locked from the inside, and then nobody hears anything from her. She calls 911, but they can't tell what she's saying. She's saying all this weird stuff like, I was staring into the mirror, and then they're trying to kill me, and blah, blah. And so they eventually, one of the people that live there call the police and say, I haven't seen her in days. You need to come check on her. So they send in the cops, and they realize that she's dead, murdered, and they find out that the mirror on the bathroom wall can be taken off, and behind it, you can get in between and actually shimmy up to other people's bathrooms and get into
throughout the whole place.
the whole place.
Yeah, you did tell me.
And the problem with this, they couldn't figure out which killer it was because so
Which
many
room it
people
was. Yeah.
were climbing in between and coming through people's windows.
Yeah.
It was so many handprints and fingerprints back there that there was just too many suspects. They did end up getting caught selling her stuff at a pawn shop eventually, so they found her killers.
Yeah.
But imagine
nice.
that at night there's just dozens of these psychopaths crawling in between the walls of your house and then coming in through your mirror and killing you and robbing you and then coming out back through the mirrors. That's where the Candyman actually came from, is that story. That's a true story, true
It's
crime
funny you
story.
should mention that, people in walls, because I'm getting to that
Nice.
too. But so the Candyman story though, right?
Like from the movie,
Yeah.
the lore?
Yeah.
Yeah. You stare in the mirror and you say it?
Do you know like what happened? Like Freddy Krueger, they thought he diddled a kid, and so they burnt his place down.
Right.
Do you know his like Candyman's backstory?
No.
So he was a man who would give out candy to all the kids.
Of course.
And then one day Candy with razor blades started getting.
Of course, I thought it was going to go there.
Him. And everybody, the cops came and they shot him and
they shot him,
beat him and
they
shot
didn't
him.
even question him.
They fucked him up. Yeah, right in the middle of the apartment complex. They whooped his ass and killed him. And then the next day, after he was dead, more Candy with shots.
It wasn't him.
He was innocent. And then so now he's related to bugs or something, bees or some shit.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. It didn't have
something with bees.
Correlation. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know all the people like have bees coming out of their mouth. I remember in the first movie, like they paid him a grip of money to have like bees on him and shit. Anyway,
you had to pay him a shit ton. Yeah. I'd be like, you're gonna put a few thousand.
You're doing fucking
zeros,
what?
Put a few extra zeros on there.
You're doing
for
doing
the bees.
What? Yeah.
We got a lot going on in the chat. The fairy from Chuck and Larry. Pronounced Chuck and Larry. This episode is so fun. I'm just eating snacks up a storm. Yeah, Chase. That's what I like to hear. The new Candyman remake looks really good. Says Given Life. He says you need to watch that movie and with the remake.
Yep.
Because it's going to be really good. I barely remember the original, so I'm just down to watch the remake as its own thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be able to watch it like fresh
to death. Okay, so The Conjuring, one of my favorite movies of the series. Actually, I think it is my favorite. We'll get there at the end though. What our favorites are.
Good old Bathsheba.
So anyway, this is. I'll tell you guys all about the background of the Perrins and their home and shit.
Yeah.
But this is while James Wan was writing the script about this movie. This is what you missed. I'll fill you in. Is his dog? He was writing the script, and his dog was barking at something, and then it was following something around the room. And he's like, something didn't want him to write that script. Bathsheba. But Jessica Brittany says we watched it, so you've seen it.
Yeah, I just don't remember it.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, so let's get into The Conjuring. I'll tell you about the backstory. What?
I think we started watching it, but I don't think we finished it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Anyway.
Or we got distracted.
Doesn't matter. So
yeah.
It doesn't at all.
Well, that's why I didn't say anything. You pulled it out of me.
Well, no, somebody in the
Bathsheba
in the comments.
Get back to Sheba.
Get back Sheba. So this is what happened on set. There were some curiosities on set.
Yeah, I heard about this.
Movies are based on true events. But did you know that the cast and crew actually experienced paranormal events on set? This ranged from unexplainable technical difficulties to props moving on their own.
Sick.
The most disturbing of these incidents, however,
we'll talk about right now.
The scary movie where you started getting bruises all over your body during the filming?
That was The Conjuring. That movie's awesome.
Okay.
I'm
a big Conjuring fan.
That movie is so fucked up. That movie messed me up for my whole life.
How do you explain that all of a sudden during the filming of the movie, mysterious bruises show up on you?
That's weird.
All right. Okay, let's jump into this story because this story,
which is a plot that happens in the movie.
Yeah.
it's so weird. And this is truly like the root of why I'm so scared of that movie. So, in the story, when the mom gets possessed, she gets all these bruises on her. And so during the filming of those particular scenes, I started having a lot of bruises show up on my body in bizarre places, like on my stomach, on my chest, like what? And so the makeup ladies thought I was stealing their fake bruises and like playing a joke on them. And I was like, why would I do that? I'm not doing that. That's crazy. They didn't believe me. They tried to take my real bruises off with like rubbing alcohol and oil. And I'm like, I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I went to the doctor. I got a couple blood tests because they told me it looked like it could potentially be early signs of leukemia. I was so freaked out. I mean, by the way, I'm 12. Like, what doctor says that to a 12-year-old? What kind of bedside manner is that? So I get these blood tests. All of a sudden, I'm told that I have this.
You hear what she said?
Blood.
All of a sudden.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 12. Like, what doctor says that to a 12-year-old? What kind of bedside manner is that? So I get these blood tests. All of a sudden, I'm told that I have this blood thinning condition called ITP, where basically most of my red platelets drained from my body mysteriously. I'd never had a blood problem in the past. I've never had a blood problem since then. I no one in my family has that.
Only when she was making this movie. That's freaking crazy.
I was at risk of needing a blood transfusion, and they were like scared to even let me work. And because if I like touched something, I could get a bruise there. It was weird.
Crazy.
And so I had to go to the hospital every day, twice a day, before and after work to get my blood taken to check my platelets and to try and rebuild my platelets on my own by taking a lot of iron. And they were just creeping up for the duration of the shoot.
My nightmare.
Shooting
And the
finishes,
Warrens
I go
give
home.
blood
Didn't
twice a
Lorraine, like,
day.
go to set all the time to help
And then
technical
when I came
advise?
home, my platelets were completely fine. Like I was back up to the normal numbers.
So maybe
and
something's
I've
like
never
attached to
since
her.
had a trace of that disorder.
So no wonder you're freaked out by it.
Are you kidding me?
watch.
Like I thought I was just like, you know what, this is it for me. Like I've had
This
a
is
good
the best
run.
what
I'm
Howard
12 years
does.
old. I'm just gonna, get killed by a ghost now. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
That is such a weird story, and no one has an explanation for it.
I feel so freaked out by it. It's like so scary. The other day I looked up a photo of the witch from the movie because that's the real name of the woman. And I felt so scared typing her name into my web browser. I was like, she's watching me. She's going to kill me.
By the way, who is that person behind you?
Howard just
Howard's
jumped
the
in
I'm
my
just trying to scare you.
Yeah, it worked. It really worked.
Joey, she's so charming. She's cool.
sweet.
I like her. She's a good
Sweet
little
kid,
actress.
sweet kid.
Slenderman, not a great film.
No, so
but
bad.
I watched it because Slenderman's kind of a cool character, like horror
like
character.
the lore is
And
cool.
Joey King's good. I thought it'd be okay, but even she thinks it's terrible. She says,
Yeah,
it's
well,
not
it's
good.
like objectively bad.
She's like, that's not a great movie.
No, it's really
it's
bad.
not my best.
Sir.
But what can you do? Netflix and Chelsea Given Life read between the lines. You are correct, sir.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Sir.
It's
a stupid.
So that's The Conjuring, which started it all.
So
The
yes, The
property
Conjuring.
is scary.
Yes.
I would
So
never
1971,
go
the parents moved into their home in Harrisville, Rhode Island. Right. As soon as they moved in, the neighbors came up and told them, for the sake of your family, keep the lights on at night.
What?
Before they even
So
settled
I would just
in. Yeah.
move.
I know, right?
I'm like,
not
are
long
you
after
trying to
being
buy
there,
my property?
Yeah. So they started hearing strange things, seeing things move, etc. Yeah, fuck. So actually, there was something similar like that. They never did hide and clap. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, what
but
a
they
game.
did. Yeah, they did.
That's horrific.
Yeah, it's smart though. It's a fun game.
Yeah, if
but
you're
they
gonna
did
make a
play a
horror
game of
movie.
hide and seek, and the little girl, the youngest girl, Cindy, I believe her name is, got stuck in a. She went and hid in this little box. And easy, like you open it, close it, it's like a bread box. Or a big bread box.
Yeah.
And she closed it and she couldn't get out.
Oh,
she was
that's
forced to.
scary, dude.
And then her sister came up and just opened it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's scary.
Yeah. So that was the only thing related to the hide and clap. But the hide and clap in that was like, one more clap.
Yeah.
And it's the fucking old demon.
Yeah.
Ones, whatever. And little, mommy, you're a dumb shit. I was in Cindy's room. Yeah.
You're a dumb shit. I didn't clap at all, actually.
Yeah. I didn't clap. I'm a cheater.
I don't know how the game works.
And by the way, right before that, they do a game of
Mealy
hide and
feely.
clap.
Oh.
No, they do a game of hide and clap, and it's so clever. This is how clever James Wan is.
Yeah.
So that the mom knows how to play the game. When the girl goes, okay, second clap. Joey King
Yeah.
says second clap. The little girl goes like this and doesn't actually clap.
Yeah.
And the mom looks at her. She's like, so that's just building it. Okay, so we know the mom knows how to play. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
He's just such a good storyteller.
Yeah, he's good.
Anyway, so
The king of horror.
yes, so
He loves horrors.
they felt entities weren't harmful and even joked that the ghosts were some sort of like babysitters in a way. Creepsville.
You got to just deal with it, I guess.
Even tucking
Try
them
and
in
make it
and
fun.
kissing them on their heads at night.
What?
Dude, listen to this. 2 of the daughters living there to this day say they can remember the ghost who tucked them in and even how she smelled. Yes, they even say the difference between how
I don't like it.
they said. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like the mom smelled like lavender, and the other woman, the ghost, smelled like fruit and something. Like she said, there's the daughter said there's 2 very distinct smells from our mother, so we knew who was tucking us in. Ugh.
And they just have to deal with it.
Yeah, she's so according to Cynthia, for the first 2 months they were there, the ghost would kiss her on the forehead every night for the first 2 months. At first, she thought it was her mother, but something was off. She said they smelled different than her mom. Okay, they got used to living with the ghost. The girls said they were even when they were first attacked, it was in their barn at nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
Then a series of voices would whisper, at night, saying that there were bodies in the walls.
Ah!
There are bodies in the walls. Could you imagine you're trying to go to sleep?
Mirrors.
There are bodies.
No, I couldn't. That's just the
It'd
worst.
be hell. It's
Yeah.
hell. So
like
Andrea said Cindy crawled into her bed one night and told her a disembodied voice said that it gave her horrible news. And she's like, what did it say? She said
Nixon's running again.
What?
Nixon's running again.
Yeah, the dead's gonna be through the roof.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're raising the death ceiling.
She said there are 7 dead soldiers buried in the walls.
Oh man, this place
Yeah.
sucks. So
Fuck
not
that
only did a
place.
witch live there, but they buried people in the walls.
Apparently 7 dead soldiers. At 5:15 in the morning, the smell of rotted flesh would waft throughout the house and get everybody out of their beds. They'd be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Is it rotted flesh? And then they asked, how do you know what rotted flesh smells like?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. So Andrea claimed around this time the girls were tortured so badly by a male ghost that she won't even give details of what happened.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
We could imagine.
Yeah, horrible stuff.
Because there's one evil male spirit with 5 young girls there.
Yeah.
Do the fucking math. Anyway, Caroline Perrin, the mother, said she once a woman. One time a woman in gray appeared next to her bed, saying, "Get out, get out! I'll drive you out with death and gloom."
Oh my god.
Fucking A, dude. Fuck this place. Leave.
Yeah, but they couldn't, right? Because they can't afford to just
They
leave.
couldn't afford
Who can
it.
just go?
That was literally
That's the
one
thing.
reason,
Who
yeah.
could just leave?
Well, and they put it all on the line for this.
Ugh.
And so many believe this was the ghost of Bathsheba Thayer. Andrea, years later and grown up, said the ghost was fighting to be the matriarch of the home, and the mother was seen as like competition in a way, right?
Yeah.
So Bathsheba started harming Caroline,
Yeah,
the mother,
even ghosts,
and even possessed her.
Even women ghosts have problems with other women.
I know.
Like,
Women
it's
are
just
so
so
evil
funny.
to
Yeah,
each other,
whenever they get in like any competitive situation, and they're always in competition for some reason. It's hilarious.
Always, yeah.
It's like a woman walks into a room, like even a restaurant, and there's like another like maybe slightly attractive woman just sitting there having dinner, and they're like,
Careful, yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
it's like that's my
it's like
adversary.
Guardians 3. It's like
Yeah.
Nebula and
Yeah.
Come on.
That's my adversary.
That's how they say.
who
It's
I
like
have to
aloha.
worry
That's how they
about.
say hello and goodbye.
And then they'll have to say something like, "Oh my god,
Acknowledge.
did you see how ugly that woman was?"
Yeah.
Or like how ugly that top
Oh God,
is that
you
she's
see,
wearing.
You see how
Yeah.
fake your extensions look?
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
It's like, okay,
There's
I
always a
didn't,
competition.
But of course you did. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
You probably like her hair a lot, and that's why you
Right.
said that.
I never
yeah.
even noticed that
You look at
person
those
was
fake
there.
boobs. It's like she has nice boobs. All right, what are we doing here? What are we
Yeah.
doing? Could you imagine?
They're just always.
Could
in
you imagine in
competition.
reverse, like for guys?
That'd
Go
be
there,
funny.
You see that guy's fucking hat, dude?
See how big his calves are?
Yeah.
Who works legs that much?
I know.
What a clown.
Leg day isn't every day, my guy.
Yeah.
Loser, bro.
It's just funny. They are really always
Yeah.
in competition.
That'd be so funny if guys acted like
Yeah.
that, though. Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. That's great. Anyway, so God smited. No, I'm kidding. That's not on here. So Bathsheba started harming the mom. So their family friend named Barbara went and there was a lecture that Ed and Lorraine were giving in Connecticut, and they're like, "Hey,
yeah.
our friend needs your help."
That's right. That's how they got involved.
So Lorraine claimed as soon as she walked into the house, she felt a dark presence.
Right.
She felt something immediately.
In the movie, it's like a hanging thing. Remember, she's under the tree.
That comes later. Yeah. Well, no. In the movie, she walks in and then she sees that she sees the thing hanging. Then when she comes, she's like, from the moment I walked in, then it flashes back and shows all the times.
Yeah,
when I saw the kids when I first met your daughters in the living room, I saw it. When I walked over to the blah blah blah, I saw it. Whatever.
What a horrible little gift.
Yeah.
I have to deal with.
So they conducted a seance
Smart.
in the basement. Unfortunately, it didn't go as planned and made things worse.
Yeah, that's what seances
Yeah.
do.
Lorraine never discussed what happened in the basement, but she said it disturbed her to her core.
Oh.
Yeah. Andrea backs this up, saying that she snuck into the basement to see the seance firsthand. And she said she was never able to look at her mother the same after. Yeah, she said she saw her mother speaking in a language not of this world, in a voice not of her own.
Oh, yeah.
That's what she says.
Awesome.
That's fun, right?
Yeah.
So her chair levitated and was thrown across the room, much like we see in the film, right?
Oh, shoot. That's cool.
I know. That's a real.
Yeah, there's a lot of evidence around this case.
So according to the family, they're still haunted to this day.
Oh,
when
what?
the movie began production,
They're still there?
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
No, they're not still there. There's been
okay.
several families that have moved in since, but
And they
like
all
they say in the movie,
still-
it's connected to you, not to the house. So even if you left,
Okay.
it doesn't matter. So the movie began production. The entire family was invited, though at the last minute, the mom got cold feet and said, "Nah." So
Yeah.
the parents said many odd things happened while filming, and they believed it was Bathsheba's curse. For example, they felt a wind circle them while they were being interviewed, and the wind knocked down cameras and lights like it was legit, like a
What?
fucking crazy wind. Yeah. So when they returned to their hotels, they realized the mother who wouldn't go, she fell, broke her hip, and they're like, "What time did this happen?" It was like 2:15. That was the exact same time that wind was circling. them. Crazy, right? So there are many strange occurrences that happened on set.
True money.
And let's see about a couple. Let's see a man about a horse. I need to see a woman about.
So
What is
yeah,
that?
they had to make these movies.
I need to go see about a girl. What movie? He stole my line, the son of a bitch. That's
He
your
stole my
best
what?
hit. Son of a bitch stole my line. Think of the impression as flawless. That son of a bitch, he stole my line. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe he did. Yes, he did. Oh, who am I? Clearly,
Yeah,
who am I?
Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch, he stole my line.
I don't know what movie that is though.
Yeah, I'll give you a bigger hint. I need to see I need to go see. I need to go see about a girl. Cocksuckers.
What?
Hey, cocksucker! I need to go see about a girl.
No, I
Not
don't.
you two. Not you two.
No.
It's not your fault. It's
Oh
not your fault.
wow!
It isn't
Yeah.
your fault.
Okay, now I
It's
get
not
it.
your
but
fault.
I haven't seen that movie enough to get
you
any
too,
of those
not
other
you
references. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
What's the
So
movie called?
Oh, it's the mathematician.
His name is Will Hunting.
janitor. Yeah, Good Will Hunting. That's
There it
right.
is.
Yeah. I haven't seen it enough.
I couldn't have given more hints.
Yeah, jeez.
The character's name is Will Hunting.
Yeah.
All right, check this fucking out.
Okay.
It's actual like
The
sex.
first time.
It's porn. Check this fucking out.
There she
The
is.
beginning ended with the same kind
Fun
of
amiga.
Miss Warren
signal
herself.
that came my way.
So it's first of all, she's like chewing a mint, which is obnoxious, and the audio's poor. But join us. Come on, guys, join us.
The first time, when he ended, beginning and ended with the same kind of weird signal that came my way.
Swallow the mint.
In the notes, because I've been asked enough about it. That after my first creative conversation, I had done hours of research watching her in interviews throughout the decades. And then James and I had to make the decision whether I was going to take the role.
She looks good there.
Yeah.
Nice.
So James and I had a
Good
creative
job, Vera. I
conversation.
like the blonde.
Well, this is her in 2013. She was still hot, dude. Remember her? In,
Still.
what's it called? Yeah. Well, she's ugly now.
She is?
She's just old and ugly now. Yeah.
Aw.
She let herself go.
Poor Vera.
No, poor Vera.
Why you gotta say that?
Poor
I
famous
just thought the
actress,
blonde looked
multimillionaire
good on
Vera
her.
Farmiga.
I don't.
No, she looks real hot.
I don't see her blonde.
She's hot.
look very
Dude, do you remember
often.
her in that movie, the best movie? It follows the gun, the little kid, Runaway. So close. Paul Walker. R.I.P. It follows the gun. He's like working for the mob, but he's a cop undercover, and he fucking hides a gun that is used in the mob
the best
killing.
movie ever.
The Rundown,
Yeah,
the Runaways.
Yeah, so something like that. It's really so good, that movie.
It's so good, and it
Yeah.
follows the kid with the gun, and
Yeah,
he goes and he meets Juliet from
Yeah.
fucking Lost.
Yeah.
She's a
no, that is one of the
creeper with her
best
husband.
movies. I can't remember what it's called, but it's so good, that movie. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Running Scared.
There you go. Yeah. That really is a good one.
Dude, anyone who's seen Running Scared, that movie rocks so hard. You own it on Vudu. You bought it, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure,
it's
right?
very good, yeah.
It's so fucking good. I need to watch
It's
that
one of
tonight.
those where you're like, whoa, like it's way better than you expect. It's
Way better.
more than you expect.
And
yeah.
so many good actors in it. The
Just
Russian
great
dad,
storytelling, yeah.
everybody, dude. So good.
So does something scary happen during a
She
table
tells-
read?
she tells a
Oh,
story,
okay.
At the end of it, we
Swallow the mint.
I said, if Patrick's in, I'm in. And I opened my computer and there was these claw marks across it.
What?
The last day after we got back, flew home from North Carolina where we filmed, and
Yeah, she looks really
the
good. You're
next
right.
night, the next morning, I woke up in my own bed.
Swallow your mint like fuck.
And
No, it's better this way.
It is, right?
the same claw marks appeared on my thigh.
She's so dramatic.
Dude. That's actually crazy to think
No,
about.
look at the actual picture.
Yeah. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
And that's how far Bathsheba's fingers are apart. I
I
know.
was cool with it. I did my own holy water. You know what I mean? I really do. I felt fortified by my own faith. Yes. And my
She
prayers
finishes
were not
her
to just
sandwiches.
dissipate whatever that.
Lorraine's probably like
thing
seeing
I
all
was
these dead
trying
ghosts
to-
while
Yeah.
she's like just trying to make it through the
She's
conversation.
like trying to make it through every
Yeah.
day. Yep.
Tell the story, but
sentence
I just want to
sandwiches.
go home.
Yep.
That
Please,
guy
yeah.
back there was nobody there.
Yeah, right.
That guy's a ghost.
We're seeing from Lorraine's point of view.
Right.
Vera's in the other room even. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be hard to have that ability.
Well, I'm sure it's not like that. We're
No,
constantly.
look at how she looks like she's tortured. Look at this whole.
She looks like a sweet old lady. She looks like she's
Look
living-
at how she's like actually looks
Terrible,
tortured.
you know?
Look at her. Oh my gosh! So
Oh, well, that was the
here.
worst time.
I
She
just
was
wanna
like
get outta
looking
here.
around, seeing
Yeah.
Intimidate you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
See, she finishes her
And they do. And
sandwiches.
they do.
And they do.
Definitely. They do.
They
And
do.
I don't dwell on it.
Like there's
so I
no
don't
one
give
over
it
here.
that
She's
power.
talking to
I don't
ghosts.
give it that. You know, I think I don't like.
Oh,
Did you know
that's
in The
creepy.
Conjuring 2
So
there are
the
hidden
actress
clues
got
throughout the movie that reveal the evil entity behind everything? And
Go on.
the actress actually got claw marks all
You
over
pro-
her, and
Conjuring
the
2,
other
you are
actress that got a rare blood disease while they were shooting. Like that's freaking insane. Just by making the film, the actual house is full of ghosts that put you to bed at
Oh,
night,
yeah, it's-
and then there's another ghost that does horrible things to you while you're sleeping.
Yeah.
And then so
I'm still waiting for my succubus.
so on The Conjuring, do you believe that this happened? Do you think this is a real Warren case?
100%.
So many people are trying
100%.
to discredit the Warrens nowadays, like
Because that's
ever
what's
since these
popular to
films-
do
exactly,
now
when
is
these
fucking
films came out.
to be a contrarian. Like that's the thing. these days.
they're always trying to disprove like anything that's spectacular or magical,
or not even spectacular or magical. Anything that's anything.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, oh, there was a hurricane. Was it a hurricane? Because look, if you look over here, you can see there's 8 green towels. And nobody bought a green towel, so they must have been shipped in like fucking all right.
Yeah, it's gotten pretty ridiculous.
I saw this one thing, and it really does go to show how setting up the narrative makes everything.
Yeah.
So I was watching this thing, and it's like, why did all these blue umbrellas survive in Maui? Yeah.
Why
And if
are you
look-
asking that question?
Yeah.
Like,
And if you
go
look, there
home.
is like these blue umbrellas. I'm like, okay, so that's one case of like 4 blue umbrellas.
Who cares?
And so
What does that mean?
The next thing shows, he's like, oh yeah, it was fire, yeah, wildfire, I'm sure. And the next video, it shows like a laser. I don't know what it's supposed to be.
Right.
And it goes over these like 5 different things. They're all different colors.
Yeah.
When it goes over the blue one, it doesn't burn. I'm like, but what does that mean?
Yeah,
What am I looking
it's
at?
nothing.
What laser is this? What is the blue made of a different material? And
Yeah,
that's what
is
this
that?
is
Yeah, it
showing
means
us.
nothing, yeah.
Because without context, it could. I'm thinking, oh, laser can't hurt blue. Umbrella blue.
Umbrellas were
That
owned
mean
by
it laser
George
from
Soros.
government.
Yeah,
That's what you would think just based off what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
But if you put any thought into it, you're like, well, wait, what is this thing I'm seeing? What
Yeah,
is this
no,
laser shooting at?
There's so much craziness.
Is this
out
a
there.
laser? What am I
But
looking
you
at?
do believe
burn?
in the paranormal then? You believe that this actually happened, that this place is haunted, that the set was haunted just by invoking this.
Look at those claw marks, dude. Come on.
That's
This is some real
exactly.
shit.
I think that this stuff is possible.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm very skeptical, but I'm also I believe in some shit.
Yeah, you gotta be
You give
practical,
me enough
too.
evidence, exactly. You got to be
Yeah.
practical. It can't just be a contrarian, like we were saying before.
Right. It's very easy to debunk anything.
No, it's the easiest thing in the
lazy
world.
as fuck,
It's
yeah.
lazy. The easiest thing
Yeah.
in the world is to be like, no, probably
yeah.
not. Dude, what if aliens are real? Probably not. What
Yeah.
if ghosts? Probably not.
The
though,
government
right?
actually came out and said, "Yeah, UFOs are real," and people are still like,
Probably not.
"No,
though, right?
why now?"
Yeah. No.
Okay.
First of all, it's
We
not
don't-
now.
We don't need you to believe it. We don't care. Like whoever you are.
You're talking to Joe Rogan specifically.
Joe Rogan, man, he's like a major UFO guy. But that's what's so weird is he's like ever since he finally got confirmation, now he's like, oh, never mind.
It's weird, right?
Yeah,
He's
it's funny.
going in a weird direction.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, he's going in a weird direction. But so yeah, I think it's real. I think it's crazy.
Cool. So Conjuring, we believe. We believe that. So the Nun, we know that was based on something else. Annabelle, we believe. There's a lot of evidence there.
Oh yeah, Annabelle's.
We've got
crazy.
pictures. We've got stories. We've got enough to say
We've got
Annabelle.
a storied picture.
So La Llorona, I don't even want to talk about.
We're not touching that fucking bullshit movie.
But that. So in some circles or some geographical areas, that is probably the most horrific thing
in Mexico.
that there is. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. They are so scared of that.
Is it all South America? I think it's just Central. It's just Mexico.
It's from Mexico. Yeah, it happened in Mexico where this woman,
La
the story
Llorona.
of La Llorona. Yeah,
La
and now she goes after other children. I've seen so many videos online of this.
So Conjuring 2 is the second to last movie before The Devil Made Me Do It, which is garbage.
That's one we've talked about on the show before.
Yeah.
There's a lot of evidence there against it. But there's a lot of evidence for it.
Well, let's see some
clues throughout the movie that reveal the evil entity behind everything, and you probably missed them.
Watch this.
In the 2016 sequel to The Conjuring, Lorraine is being tormented by a demon the entire time and suffers through horrifying visions of an evil nun. The Warrens learn that in order to vanquish the evil, they must learn the name of the demon, and as it turns out, the demon's name, Valak, appears in the background multiple times throughout the film. The first sighting comes after Lorraine sees Ed's painting of the nun. They move into the kitchen table to enjoy some tea, and behind Lorraine, the writing is literally on the wall. Then when the camera shifts to Ed, you can see a series of homemade decorations.
I love when they do
Easter eggs.
They spell out Valak as well.
Oh,
then later in the movie, Lorraine is sitting in her office while her
This
daughter
is
harmlessly making some
the most
friendship
insane
bracelets.
one.
But if you look closely at one of those bracelets,
Here,
it
this
bears
one's
the
for
name Valak.
Valak.
Then when we cut back to Lorraine, randomly placed letters on the bookshelf behind her also spell out the demon's name. Thankfully, Lorraine eventually learns Valak's name and is able to vanquish the
What's your
horrible
deal?
entity. But it won't be the last
and
time we
this
see
is
Valak in the
she
Conjuring
saw
universe,
Valak for the first
because
time in
only
the
2 years later,
Amityville
she gets her
house.
very
That's
own spin-off
sick.
origin movie, The Nun.
That's like, there's the girl.
So this is the demon or the.
I love the sister. Like she's getting all the attention again.
I know this bitch.
Marsha.
Yeah.
Pieces. If I
Jam.
stand for half a minute, I get a sore throat.
Those choices here.
That's because you're a pussy.
Yeah.
I'd like to know how you.
I hate that.
Can I do the best impression ever?
Sure.
I'm Bill.
No.
I'm Bill.
No.
I died in this chair.
Yeah,
I
that's good.
love my chair.
Hold on.
Why wouldn't you just throw out this old chair?
Let me do the best impression, then
Okay,
we'll
go
end the
for it.
show.
Yeah.
All right.
That was your impression of her? That's
Yeah.
great. I thought you were going to do the ghost.
No.
You did her. Yeah.
I need braces. Mom.
Invisalign. All
You
right.
suck.
So we agree. It's all real.
We agree. Yeah. The Conjuring Universe is all real. Guys, we love you. Well done. We love you. We appreciate you. You guys rock. We will see you Thursday for Crash Talk.
Thanks you, Chat, man. Chat made it today.
Chat did. They
you
showed
guys
up.
made it. Thank you.
D Live Bar is like, okay, we're done. Great show, buddy. Great show. So yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Yep.
Make sure you visit that Patreon. Make sure you hit the like button. Yep. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. It's
Commenting.
crazy.
Tell
Yeah.
all your friends about me.
Tell all your friends about me.
Thank you. I am Batman. We really love doing this show. We want to keep doing it. We love ideas. Send us your ideas. There's emails. There's Twitters. There's everything possible. Send us things.
Yeah,
Tell
follow
what
us
you
on
wanna talk
Twitter.
about.
All of this stuff is all linked in our bio or in the description.
Yeah.
By the way, also,
Yep.
this Crash Talk, we have a lot of cool shit coming up.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes, you should be excited for Thursday.
This is
D-Live
a
Bar.
fun one.
It's
we put
a
a
fun
lot
one.
of
We have a lot
time
of
and
shit.
effort into planning this one.
Yes.
So have fun with it.
Guys, we love you. We appreciate you. And we will see you on the motherfreaking flip-flop. From Jared.
Yep. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to the chat. Like, subscribe. We will see you on Thursday.
See you on Thursday. Love you guys. See you. Have a good one. Be safe.
Yep.
Laters.